On this week's episode, we're back and better than ever. Well, we're back anyways, and there's plenty to talk about that has happened while we've been gone. Galaxy's Edge gets a planet name. Disneyland is going after dark, and the annual pass is being discontinued, and Pixar Pier has more details. So much going on! We've got an awesome Pluto popcorn bucket for the holidays, and now a new popcorn bucket has come out this week for Star Wars. Also, Smokejumpers Grill gets a new menu, new shows for the upcoming streaming service, hashtag Festival of Fatness, and more on this rehabilitated episode of the MousePIRE Podcast. Hi, I'm Anthony.
I'm Diggs.
And welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Star Wars, Disney, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE Podcast.
What's going on? Uh-oh.
The apprentice lives.
What is this?
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Think up me how to show up.
You never had a friend like me.
Some imagination, huh?
Made you look.
Happy birthday!
Hey, wait a minute. I think we missed someone's birthday.
Not yet.
Yeah. Hey, guys, we are back and somewhat better than ever.
Somewhat.
Yeah, a lot of crap went on this past last month or at the end of the month for me.
Yeah, his vehicle blew up. He lost a kidney. Both my knees went out. I had to start using a cane.
I've had diarrhea.
Hey, you know what?
Not that matters.
Well, since you brought
I found out I definitely don't have the diabetes.
okay, I'm going to stay away from the diarrhea. I was going to say something, but I don't think our listeners want to hear this. Anyway, so yeah, you guys heard that I was in the hospital.
Oh, yeah, Diggs was in the hospital.
And basically, I did do a update and posted a video on MousePIRE. So what happened was I had this pain that was in the my shoulder blade. And it was like, I have this nerve that goes from like the back of my neck here and goes down the shoulder blade.
I have the same nerve.
So that everyone has that nerve. And
I mean, I have a problem with the same nerve.
So yeah, I was just basically, it hurt, and I already know about this because I've had it for a while. But this pain was coming from the shoulder blade, an area that hasn't had that pain before. So it was hurting for me like for 3 days. And then on the third day, I had this pain in my stomach, and it just like really started hurting really bad, and I couldn't sleep. So on the Thursday, I went to the ER. And, they love to just do tests, and they poked me. They checked my sugar, and it was high. And so right away, they're putting an IV in me to put that solution in me to dilute the sugar. And they did, blood tests for just general blood tests or whatever. And then they did an EKG on me because my blood pressure was high. And then they decided, hey, we're going to go do a ultrasound to see if it's a boy or girl. Still don't know what it is. And after all that, they were like, okay, you have gallstones. And I was like, yeah, I know. I've had those for over 20 years, and I'm pretty good with them. And
You're just like, whatever, gallstones?
No, because when I first got them, when I first was diagnosed with them, I went to the surgeon. And basically, if you have... if it's hurting and inflamed and everything, they can't do nothing because they want the infection to go down and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So when I went to the surgeon back then, they said, you're fine if you could get him taken out or your gallbladder taken out, or if you don't have any of this pain anymore, you can basically die with them. A lot of people would die with gallstones. And
Can't they get them blasted like with sonar or something?
No.
That's just kidney stones?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad you brought that up because
How like a surgeon?
Of me?
Exactly. And gallstones are softer than kidney stones. That's why kidney stones can break apart. Gallstones can't. So anyway,
I haven't had the pleasure of
I'd rather
playing with either of them.
I'd rather have gallstones.
You just play with the Regular gonads. Not those.
So
I think of
anyway, they said my gallbladder was inflamed. They threw IVs in me, antibiotics, and I got the solution going in me to get my blood sugar down and like EKG. And then they said my blood enzymes in my heart were high, or the enzymes in my heart was high. So they wanted to do all this other heart test on me. They came into the hospital room with EKG and ultrasound. I've never seen that before. Just one machine that does both. And so I'm sitting there as the guy's doing it, and I'm looking on the monitor and seeing my heart beat, which was kind of weird to see. I mean, you see it all the time on TV and things like that, but to actually see, hey, that's my heart.
So this guy was doing it?
He was
to you.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
I just want to make sure we're clear about that.
While I was on my hospital bed.
Okay.
While
you were in bed.
Yes.
This guy was doing it to you while you were in bed. Can you
Exactly.
say it like that?
I don't know.
I couldn't help myself.
So yeah, so
I'll stop now.
like I said, it was kind of weird to see your own heart beating, and I kind of got scared for a minute because I saw it looked like a hole in my heart. It did. It just like the way it looked, the image, I was kind of scared.
What's that?
Because you know what? Because he's like, the amount of time he took to do it, and of course at the same time he's taking pictures, and it was just like, I think he should be done by now. And then he just kept taking pictures. I'm like, oh, I started getting scared because I looked like a hole. But then after they came back and said your ultrasound was fine, your
Just
heart,
fat.
yeah, probably was. They said your heart is fine, and
Tumor.
and
It's not a tumor.
so I had the cardiologist in. I had all these doctors coming in, and so then with my gallbladder, they said that they are going to take me and they're going to put a tube into my gallbladder to drain it. And I was like, you're going to do what? So I'm just like,
Couldn't they do it with like suction though, so it like drains faster?
it is a suction thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So
But
just
there's
constantly
but it-
sucking on you, it's like a vampire.
glad you're going to stop.
well, the problem is that the
thought
problem
I
is
was.
that the problem is that it doesn't run out.
Yes. So I don't know. I still don't know the purpose of this.
Because
Still,
whatever's supposed to be doing that isn't doing it.
I don't know if it's that or not. I'm not sure.
Usually that would be the point of it, though, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Because why would that thing need to take all the juice out of you if? Why would that thing need to suck the juice out of you if there should be something else that's supposed to be sucking the juice out of your something?
Is it wheezing the is?
No, there's no wheezing going on over here. So anyway, so they took me to the surgery, and they threw some shots in me and put an IV with painkillers. And
How'd you like that?
I didn't get it. I wasn't like Michael or anything. I just felt
Not like
fine.
Michael?
No, I was okay, but
He just didn't hurt anymore.
no, it didn't hurt. But I did feel them poking. Like I could feel the poking in my stomach. I didn't feel like actual like
It feels like pressure, right?
yes,
Instead of
yes.
Or it feels like sometimes when they're doing that with painkillers, you can't feel the pain, but you can feel the pressure or the pulling.
Yeah, I felt the pressure, and then I knew what it, even I know what they're doing. So right there, just started me going. Once I felt the pressure, I was like, but it didn't hurt, but I just knew what they were doing, so it kind of got to me. Yeah, so they put this tube in me. It really didn't hurt as bad as I thought it was going to hurt because of all the painkillers they were giving me. But I was fine. I did okay, and they kept me in the hospital. All I wanted to do was go home because
How long were you there? It was like 10 days or something, right? Almost.
no, it wasn't that long.
That was like 5 days.
I
That was
felt like it was a
Thursday,
really
5
long
days.
time.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went home the day before Halloween, Monday, right? Halloween was a Tuesday.
I just want to say that I would have called you, but you've told me on a couple of occasions already not to call unless I have something specific to talk about.
We're gonna
so-
get to that in a minute.
Like,
Let me finish with what I'm going to say.
All right.
Let me
don't
finish
ever
this-
call me.
Let me finish the story. All right, so I'm in the hospital. I didn't want to be there. There was nothing to eat. because I don't eat that food. It was really disgusting. But you know what? I think every time they brought food and I opened up the tray, I would gag. And it was just like this awful smell. And then I finally figured it out. It was because, they put it's like a plastic cover.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a metal, like the metal trays you get like room servers. So it's like this plastic thing. So you're thinking of all the
Food steam.
all the food from all the years building up in this thing. So you have all that nasty combination of fish and whatever else they're serving there. Because they did bring me fish, and I almost threw up, because I was like, it was just nasty.
So you didn't
smell.
have anybody to like bring you some?
No,
Mickey
I
D's?
did. I had my dad bring me a sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Because they said, you know what, you're not eating here. You might as well have someone bring you something. I was like, how about some cake?
And they said no.
No cake.
No cake
No
for
cake
you.
for me.
You'd think that while you're on the medication that brings your blood sugar down, that would be the best time to eat cake.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I guess not so much.
Yeah. So anyway, after being in the hospital for of course a few hours or whatever, my blood did go down. The sugar went down. If you guys really want to know what my blood sugar was, it was 488. People who want to know what normal is about 80 to 120. So yeah, I was really, really high with blood.
Anthony, what's yours?
Just found out last week he tested mine. It was 106. I'm normal.
So
That's the only thing normal about me.
I just want to say, like I said, I didn't want to be there. And then,
You were smiling in all the photos. I mean,
well, I have to, make sure and people know.
Well,
I'm
obviously
okay.
he was on drugs.
Yeah, that too.
oh well, the drugs.
But hey, I did get a Norco, so that was pretty cool. Do you want?
Did it smell?
Do you want it? Did you just say, do you want any?
No, that's what I was trying to say. Was the nurse says, "Do you want some?" I was like, "Okay," because I just had that thing done, and they kept asking me after that, "Do you want some?" I was like, "No, I'm okay. I didn't want to keep taking Norco. I should."
Well, if you keep taking it, then it's you become addicted.
I know. I was thinking maybe I should have just taken it and pretend I took it and just
Spit them out.
and then sell them.
Oh,
There you go. Anyway, no, I don't sell drugs.
digs the drug dealer.
So anyway, yeah, I wasn't comfortable being there. Like, I had to stay on my back because of this in my stomach. And yes, I still have the tube into my gallbladder, and they're gonna take it out when they take out my gallbladder, which I don't know when it is. Has to be sometime next month, I'm guessing. I go back to the doctor on Thursday. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I just I was happy when they wanted to do an angiogram on me. And,
Ow.
And
I don't know anybody named Angie.
I don't know her either.
I've known a couple.
I didn't know what it was. I know I've heard of it before, and I talked to somebody, and they told me, or I talked to my nurse, and she told me what they did. I was like, oh my God, if you guys don't know what it is, basically they stick this tube into your vein that's on your wrist, and the vein goes all the way up and goes into your heart, and basically they put the camera or something in there to see what's going on. And I was just like, oh crap, I don't want this done. I was so scared, and they kept going back and forth. Are we going to do it? No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. I was like, oh my God. And finally, when the day came,
You should have just said, no, you're not.
finally, that Monday came. Oh, we're going to send you home today. I was like, yes. So obviously they weren't going to do it that day. They still want to do it, I think. I don't know. I'm just hoping that because I talked to the cardiologist, and he said, once you're done with the gallbladder stuff, come to see me. And so I'm hoping once I'm done with this and I go back to the cardiologist and they take blood samples, the enzymes are fine, because it's a lot of times the enzymes in your heart can be high because you're fighting infection. So I'm hoping that was it is.
Gallbladder is just phase 1, buddy.
Oh, shut your mouth.
The moral of the story is getting old sucks.
Yeah, it does suck because I finally made it back to Disneyland, and I told
First time in how long?
weeks.
It's like it feels like a million years when you haven't been
Yeah,
there.
and I
It's not very much time
and,
at all.
And with the pain here, it's hard to walk.
Yeah.
Because the belly jiggles.
Yeah, it was the first time back for both of us, and we're like I mentioned, I had some knee issues, and we're both kind of like just kind of
Hobbling along.
hobbling around.
So yeah, I was gonna say I told Anthony I'm gonna go, so he met us, or met us there. And
Can I just let everyone listening know that they only called me once they were there together? I had no notice. Couldn't make it.
we did.
Anthony did. Yeah,
Oh.
he said, I'm on the tram. I'm meeting Diggs.
Oh, see, he wasn't with
Or
me.
I just parked. I'm meeting Diggs. And I was like, hello, thanks for some notice.
But my point is
I would have come to hang out with you guys.
Hey, I had invited you that Friday, but then you were like, dude, I was just there last night.
my point was going to be the fact that
No notice.
you said we're getting old,
Yeah, we are.
and
Especially Anthony.
no, that's what I'm trying to say with Anthony, because Anthony, he has his knees all messed up, so he's walking with the cane. I'm trying to hobble around the park with this thing in my belly, and he says, "Is this what 44 is supposed to be like?" I said, "No." So yeah, I think we're getting there a little too quick.
Luckily, you guys have about 6 years on me. But I don't
So
Yeah.
basically, I've made it back to Disneyland once. Hopefully, I'm trying to go this weekend or something. We'll see what happens with
Yeah,
that.
you got to try and come on Sunday for Light versus Dark / my birthday.
That's Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're going, Light versus dark.
Yeah, Light versus Dark
Oh,
and my
well, that
birthday are
means,
the Sunday.
that means that Michael's going to pick you up.
Well, you know what? He did offer to take me on Sunday,
He should have.
so we'll see what happens
A
with
little
that.
bit of pressure.
I know, but I do want to go to the park before that.
Oh.
I'll go on Sunday, but
Do you want to go at like 5:30 in the morning on Thursday?
no, because I have a doctor's appointment.
Well, I offered.
Yeah, you weren't going to come and pick me up.
Do you want to go tomorrow?
Why don't you just come on the more? I don't think I can tomorrow, but Thursday morning.
No, we're signing my mom in tomorrow.
Hey,
you are.
hey,
Yeah.
do you want to build a snowman?
Can we?
That reminds me, we should talk about that later too.
Yeah, we
but
do need to talk about
Okay,
that.
okay,
'cause
we'll
that's
get-
briefly,
It's an
just
issue.
briefly.
It's an
Okay.
issue.
All right, so wrapping up my hospital, I just want to say
He's
that
still alive.
I'm still alive. I'm still
now.
here. I know you guys have been asking, where's the podcast and blah, 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 blah.
Well, on top of the hospital, your truck has an issue.
Well, we'll get to
That
that.
actually happened before the
Before the
hospital,
hospital.
like
Right.
just a few days before.
But it was like by the time we realized that the truck was out for the count, Diggs was out for the count too.
Yeah, because the first podcast that we didn't do was actually because of the truck.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, my truck, basically, it's just the transmission.
Control module.
Yeah, the transmission control mount.
Basically,
module.
he's just waiting for his dad to put a part in the truck.
I'm just.
Is it literally a matter of your dad doing a fix, or
No,
is it
because
like a
you know
matter
what
of you
happened?
coming up with a bunch of money?
No, the module is only $200.
That's not bad.
Now, the thing is my dad's the car person, so he goes to talk to his car people to get deals. I can basically go do it myself, but if I don't go to the right person, why didn't you go to here? And why didn't you go see this person? Blah, 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 blah. So, hey, you do that.
Now you're on his schedule.
He went to AutoZone, and they told him that it's a dealer part. You have to get it from the dealer. And I'm like, how is it a dealer part when it's on the AutoZone website? Don't get it.
Literally it was on
I
their
saw
website.
it for $200 AutoZone.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the issue. Hopefully, I can get that fixed soon.
But yeah, he is on his dad's schedule. This is usual every year, anyways.
Yes.
Last year, it was last 3 years. It's been waiting for his dad to go get ladders.
Yeah, that too.
So now you're here tonight because Dad decided you could borrow the truck.
Don't really want to get into that
Hey.
one right now.
But you're here. Is the
But I'm here. I'm
that's
here.
the important part. I didn't know we were going to even have a show, and then Anthony was like, "We're recording," and I said, "Hey, I will be there." Is anyone else as excited as I am?
I'm just bummed that we didn't get Dan last week. That's
Yeah,
missed
Dan
out
was
on
supposed to
that.
be here, but since everybody here was sick or germs were around, we decided not to come record. I was really looking forward to coming to record because I've been in the house and I'm just getting tired of being in the house. And there's only 2 positions in the house I can be. It's on a couch or on my bed. And it's really hurting to be on my bed because I don't know if I'm getting bed sores or something,
Probably.
but I'm getting these pains in my back and, well, not my back, but in my fat. So,
Little like boils, like
no,
things?
not boils, but right here feels like a bruise.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
yeah.
Yeah, so.
I mean, I think in about 3 weeks or so, Dan will be on winter break.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And
We'll
he'd
have
probably
Dan.
come record with us over Christmas time.
Yeah, we'll have Dan when he is on break.
The pre-New Year's show.
All right, so I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been checking up on me and seeing how I was doing.
You just don't know it.
I just wanted to say real quick, I do have a Dirty Award to give out early in the podcast.
Do it.
And the dirty award goes to Tim.
Yes.
Because he did not call me. He did not text me. No message saying, hey, how you doing? Not like he didn't know I was in the hospital. I was thinking, who did not even say anything? Oh yeah, Tim hasn't even.
You know, you had told me, don't bug me. I don't like talking on the phone.
I've never said that.
Yeah, no, you have. You told me call Anthony for all information. Don't bug me.
Okay, that's different. That's about the podcast and recording. I didn't say about my health. I just say, hey, I'm on the hospital. Don't call me.
I didn't want to bother you.
Yeah.
I was paying attention to what was going on. Elizabeth was as well. She kept asking me, have you seen this post from Diggs? What's going on with him? And I said, let me look. And I think it's this. And then I did talk to Anthony a couple times, and he said, yeah, he's alive and still there.
I will attest to the fact that he did ask about you.
Yeah.
Oh, I find out now.
Hey, just so you, it's not like I wasn't thinking about you. I just didn't want to bug you.
Anyway, let me get some shout outs. Or just like say, Anthony didn't check up me anyway, but basically I was texting him every day anyway, saying, hey, look at my bio.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't going to come. I don't come to hospitals.
Could you say,
Plus, that's far.
Would you save it to just to mess with people? Or
What?
do you have to return it into them?
My bio?
Yeah.
No, I just flush it down the toilet.
Oh, what's it smell like?
Come here.
Oh, I don't want it to smell. I just want you to describe it to me.
You know what?
It smells like papaya.
In the hospital, it smelled nasty.
Okay.
But now I think I'm used to it. I really don't smell it.
Now it's clean.
Maybe.
I would
But
mess with my girl. I would get it and then put it in her face.
Well, I told Anthony I was going to squirt it all over him.
No, then he threatened to take it on Big Thunder Mountain and fling it back at people.
That's wrong.
And then I said, no, do it on Space Mountain where they can't see you doing it.
Ooh, that's right.
All right, real quick, give some shout outs to Fernando Xavier Hubbard, Dan the Man, for checking up on me. I want to thank Winky for coming to see me in the hospital.
Yay, Winky.
I want to thank Elsa.
I did see that she drove to come see you.
Yeah.
I thought,
Oh, and
what,
she
that's
gave me
super cool.
She gave me a Dory plush. That was pretty
Aw.
cool. Thank you to Elsa, Mark, and my little buddy Miles for coming to see me. And thank you, Nancy. Nancy,
Wait, now
checked up on me.
you never posted, I'm accepting visitors. Please come visit.
I agree. I didn't. I don't.
If you'd posted that, I would have been like, oh, let's go see Diggs.
I still wouldn't have.
I don't know.
It's a hospital. I don't do hospitals.
I don't
Well,
know.
I would have picked you up if you wanted to go.
I've never.
See, you're on my way out there.
Now listen, I've never seen anyone who's in the hospital say, "Hey, I'm accepting visitors." So
I did when I was in the hospital.
I
I was just in for some tests for a few days. This was several years ago, but I was in for some testing, and I literally posted to social media, texted all my friends, and said, "I'm accepting visitors. I'm bored here. Please come visit. Bring me food."
That's funny. All right, so let me wrap it up. Thank you to Sarah Acosta for coming, or for actually texting me and checking up on me. I'm thinking I'm going to forget some people because I forget, and it's been a while. But everyone who was like, "What's up? How you doing?" Thank you very much. And yeah.
Oh yeah, Richard and Sarah passed on wishes and all that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that
Oh, but my wishes just don't mean anything.
because I found out now.
Oh. Aha.
So anyway, if I forgot anybody, I'm sorry because I do forget things, and you guys should know that. But hey, I'm okay. I'm doing good, and hopefully we can get this gallbladder out of me soon. And
And hopefully, when you guys see him, he won't have to fling bile at you.
exactly.
My sister or my I think my sister has no gallbladder. She had hers out too. She's kicking ass, taking names. She does Pilates. Try that.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I'll do that. Me and Anthony. All right, so we are going to move on and
Clickbait.
basically,
You know, I know it's clickbait.
what?
Pages all over the freaking internet saying Disneyland is getting rid of all annual passes.
Oh my! I didn't see that.
They
I
had
saw that.
Really? Just because of the SoCal?
Yeah,
That's like it's
Well-
like telephone where you
Well,
hear
those
the
are the-
story and then you tell somebody else the story.
Yeah,
and then they tell somebody else the story.
Basically, they just want people to
Right.
see, and oh my god, the passes are going away. Well, I'm pretty sure you guys heard that the SoCal annual pass has been discontinued
For the second time.
once again. And so when I saw that, basically, I saw it on. I forgot where I saw it.
I saw it on
because-
WDW int or whatever.
Stupid Tom. But we, of course, the Disney didn't announce anything about it, and they still haven't announced anything about it.
But they're not on sale anymore.
Yes, because as soon as I saw that, I went myself to check, and they're not on the website. So the SoCal Pass is once again on hiatus. Not sure for how long, but it does make sense,
We got to talk about why they do this, though.
Yes.
What's the reason behind them discontinuing this pass?
Well, I mean, just this, coupled with a lot of other things that have been happening, just lead to them trying to lessen the amount of people in Disneyland leading up to 2019.
I mean, the specific with the SoCal is they're trying to alleviate Sunday traffic. Used to be, you guys remember when Sundays were like the best day to go to the park because you didn't have as many people as a Saturday, and it was still the weekend.
I still prefer to go on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, but I mean, those are actually the park has actually been super dead this week, from what I've been told.
Really, you have some inside source?
I do have inside source now,
Ooh,
better than any source that we've had before.
kick ass.
we have actually someone who's more reliable now for stuff we need in the park.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Yeah, we know that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is coming.
That's the big reason.
Right.
But if they were going to try to make a major alleviation of the traffic, it would be more than just SoCal.
Well, all of the SoCal passes.
Basically, every pass except the 1050, the plus.
Yeah, they'll get rid of deluxe obviously before they even go after the first signature.
We talked about this a little bit before, but from what I understand, their plan is to little by little start removing things, and that way it's not a big hit all at once. So first they will remove the SoCal.
Well, like
they'll-
our speculation months ago about them adding a lot more blockouts to the signature pass seems more likely every day.
Well,
Especially after when they removed the photo pass from signature,
right.
except for those who already have grandfathered with it. So, I mean, the next step is to take away. Yeah, I don't know. The next step may be to take away parking and to make you pay from signature and make you pay for park. Do you think they'll take away parking first, or do you think they'll do blackouts first?
I think the first step is to take away payment plans for the deluxe and down.
Okay.
I don't know first step, but that's inevitable. They'll still offer it for the passes that are $800 to $1,000 or more, but
anyways, getting back to the
inevitable.
SoCal, so I mean, this is obviously, like you said, the second time it's been taken away. The next step would be just to get rid of both SoCals, I guess.
Yeah.
well,
I
they
guess-
need to have a cheap pass, even if it's not good. Here's the thing:
Well,
with
the
these-
SoCal, the SoCal Select could be the cheap pass.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, they got to have a $300 cheap pass that's $20-$30 a month, right? And what that does is it allows them to basically pocket that money because these people are only coming during the week when there's plenty of space anyway.
To be honest, if people want to be really, they could get rid of both both SoCal passes, and as long as they keep payment plans on the deluxe is still super cheap. What is it? Only like $25 a month or something like that if you're on the payment plan.
40.
So yeah, I mean is it really $40?
I'll tell you right now.
But I mean, either way, it's not that much. It's not like getting the.
How much is
signature.
the pass? $600?
Is it?
I don't know. Do you guys know?
Is that with parking?
It's $5.99, I believe.
So
So basically, it's just the same as last time. If you already have it, you can renew. That's the first thing they start to panic about. Well, what if I already have it? Can I still renew? And blah, 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 blah.
You renewed last time, didn't you? Settle down.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if you have it, you can renew.
you got to keep in mind now, though, is that with this being taken away, if you miss your renewal date by 1 day, even half a day, you're out. They do not let you renew. You have to, you don't get the discount. You don't get any additional perks like the extra month. You don't get the SoCal anymore. If you have a SoCal and you let it expire by 1 day, you either got to go up or down if you're going to get a new pass.
Right.
Now they don't no leeway, which we found that out the hard way. We missed the extra month. We missed an $80 discount or 65.
60.
Yeah, we missed all that. It was rough. I couldn't believe it.
You snooze, you lose.
You'd think that I don't understand their reasoning for being so strict.
Now, another thing that's changing that we found out about is grad night.
Ooh, what are they doing at grad night?
Well, what's going to happen is the grad night is going to be, and I think this is 2019.
Okay.
I heard next year, but
I'll tell you why it's not next year. What's going
Because
to happen?
they've already sold those grad nights.
Yes. So basically, what's going to happen is grad night is only going to be at California Adventure.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're
During
not
the
going
day,
to give them daytime tickets to Disneyland?
California Adventure, and that's it.
Okay.
So they're going to have their grad nights there. I mean, we all know they do have their own night, the like 9 to 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
But they will be able to come still during the day, but only one park, DCA, and that's it.
Because Galaxy's Edge will have just opened.
Yes.
Probably April. Grad night starts in May, right?
Right.
So it doesn't make sense to have them clogging up the park.
nope, because they'll go into Star Wars and never freaking leave.
Yeah.
So then brings you back to what you said.
Probably break everything.
The grad night for 2018 is already on sale. They've been selling, and it does say on there both parks.
And there's no Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is Anthony said that he heard it was going to start this time. So when I checked into it, that's what I'm saying. It's probably going to be 2019 and one park for them, not next grad night 2018, because they are selling those tickets right now for schools.
Well, yeah, they've already arranged those packages with the approved schools.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So,
Did
yeah.
you guys know that your whole school could get banned
Yeah.
from grad night?
Yeah,
I always found that one interesting.
So that's another thing that's changing because of Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. But yeah, a lot of things. You never know. There could be more. There could be more of the 8 annual passes.
I mean, I told this guy that there was a rumor going around from cast members that there was going to be no more high schools allowed at grad night, which just doesn't really make sense. But
Isn't that the whole point?
yeah,
that's why I think
What would it be if it wasn't high schools?
middle school.
Are there middle schools at grad night?
Hold on.
I don't think so. Because
No.
in middle school, they call it promotion, not graduation.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so yeah, things are going to change, and we don't know what else is going to be taken away, and they're going to say bye to this and bye to that, and
I think the final thing that they're going to do right before Galaxy's Edge opens is all the lower passes are going to have some major impact, and all the passes except for the Signature Plus are going to be blocked out from Disneyland Park for about a month or 2 months surrounding the opening.
probably.
I preemptively, my upgrade is in September, right? So preemptively this year, I upgraded to the Plus. That's going to carry me through September of 18, right? And I just in case, I don't want at that point them to tell me that they're blocking upgrades,
Right.
Because I think that as the opening of Galaxy's Edge gets closer, their last step is going to be to not allow upgrades to the highest level. If you've already got it, they're going to continue to let you in, but they're not going to let new people buy those passes, and they're not going to sell them for a while until after it, 2-3 months after it opens, and they're not going to allow upgrades to those top level pass. The top level pass. This is my opinion.
Well, you got to figure the passes will probably go up at least once between now and then. Also,
Agreed. At least if not twice. But well, you figure next year there'll be a rise, and then there'll be a rise early in 2019. But what they're gonna want to avoid is people saying, "Oh, the Signature Plus is going to get in with no blockouts to Galaxy's Edge. Well, then I'm just going to upgrade to that pass." And
none of it's 1,500.
It probably will be $14.50 or something. But the point is that if people, I really want the Galaxy, I really want to go in that first month, and I don't want to buy a $150 ticket or whatever it is, then or $100 upgrade, at least $120 upgrade to your ticket per visit. If they're already paying $1,000 for the Signature and it's $400 more for the Plus, I'm just guessing, right? Because right now it's $250 more. So If it's $400 more for the plus, they don't want people saying, screw it, I'll just pay the extra payment, $120 a month or whatever, to have that access. And then they're stuck with way too many people again.
Right. Well, I guess we just have to see what happens with that, and we'll keep you posted.
I have opinions.
And make sure to follow MousePIRE on Facebook, because any news will be posted there. We have a lot to get to. We're trying to just get to some of the stuff that we didn't have a chance to talk about since we weren't recording. So we're going to go right now and talk about the Pixar Pier. We talked about how they're going to be changing the...
We did talk about that briefly.
Yeah, but... since
we got some details.
Yeah, we
now.
got some more information on that we're going to talk about now. There's going to be an incredible coaster.
Yes, but first, before we get to that, there's a little bit of wording in here that I want to bring light to that I find very interesting. It's talking about the whole area of Pixar Pier taking over Paradise Bay and all that. Talking about new themed attractions, foods, and merchandise throughout. Now, here's the part that I found interesting. This new permanent land in the area that is now Paradise Pier will introduce 4 new neighborhoods representing beloved Disney Pixar stories. So anybody that had any idea that this was going to be a temporary thing
Or a layover.
or anything like that, forget about it. It's permanent.
At this point, Pixar is a permanent thing in Disney.
Right, which you had to figure they were going to do something anyways. This may be just a small groundwork for a more permanent, evolution of some sort of Pixar land later at DCA. But for now, this will be your permanently taking over the Paradise Pier and Paradise Bay and all that whole area over on that side of DCA. All of this stuff is permanent.
And this includes Cove Bar.
Right. This includes Cove Bar, so that means whatever. I'll get to that. And so this is all permanent. Cove Bar's not coming back. California Screaming's not coming back.
Well.
So as we come to that, the first of the 4 themed neighborhoods will be inspired by The Incredibles. So that will be the Incredicoaster, which is permanently is what's taking over for California Screaming. So cue all of the, California Screaming's an original thing. You know what? I haven't heard anybody complaining about that.
Nope.
Interestingly enough, there doesn't seem to be as much love for California Screaming in its original form as there is for Tower of Terror or some of the other shit that people complain about.
All right, I have heard a complaint. I don't want them to change it. They're not changing the ride.
No,
it's not doing anything different.
Well, once again, there was another clickbait thing that a bunch of sites came out and said they're getting rid of California Screaming forever.
Yes, I've seen some.
There was a bunch of those, and no, they're just changing it to Pixar or to The Incredibles.
I mean,
what
are we really talking about here? The ride's not going to change at all. If anything, it'll get a little bit of a refurb, right? And they're just going to change the theming along the. What are we really losing? Some NPH?
It's going to have a mid-century modern style loading area, new character moments, and a new look for the ride vehicles.
New look.
And we have a closure date for California Screamin'.
Is what?
No, January 8th. So
basically the last day of Christmas.
Basically, yes. So then the Toy Story Mania will anchor the new Toy Story inspired neighborhood. It will be inspired by a neighborhood inspired by Inside Out.
Yeah.
Will be found on the western side of the boardwalk and will welcome a new family friendly attraction scheduled to open at a later date.
Oh, so they're going
to... Now, western end of the boardwalk, that's basically all the way at the end.
That's where the Boomer was.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and the 4th neighborhood will be a celebration of many of your favorite Pixar stories. What?
There's a larger open area on the east end in the helix of near where they take the photo for Screamin'.
Yes.
But there's also a smaller area on the west end, which is what they're using. So when they previously announced that they were going to put an additional attraction inside the helix, a small ride, my first thought was, they're going to use the big one on the east end. But in fact, they're using the small area. So it's probably going to be a pretty small attraction.
Right. Probably just be a little dark ride.
or like a flat kiddie ride.
Right. Now, as far as the fourth neighborhood, it's going to be many of Pixar stuff. It says that the Mickey's Fun Wheel will be included in the fourth neighborhood, so I don't really know where the neighborhood state is. It's kind of a spread out neighborhood because Mickey's Fun Wheel is basically almost across from Toy Story Mania diagonally, so I don't know how this is oriented because the boardwalk and stuff will be included in that. But Mickey's Fun Wheel will have a new look with each of the 24 gondolas featuring different Pixar characters and the iconic face of Mickey Mouse remaining on the Paradise Bay side of the wheel.
So it's Mickey's Pixar Fun Wheel.
Well, Mickey's face is going to be on the north side of the fun wheel, but on the south side of the fun wheel, there will be no Mickey.
And well, if you go up into the gondolas, do you still get sick?
Only if you're a wimp.
They call it the Wheel of Death, right?
Yeah, those are the wimpy people who can't take it.
At the games of the Boardwalk, which already includes the Bullseye Stallion Stampede game, all of the Midway games will be inspired by Pixar characters. Mickey's Fun Wheel, games of the Boardwalk, and Sideshow shirts will also close on January 8th. Now here's the big one that is going to affect more people than anything. And that is Ariel's Grotto and the Cove Bar will be transformed into a new lounge and grill, offering sparkling views of the Paradise Bay and the new Pixar Pier. Both locations will close January 8th, with Cove Bar reopening briefly in April before closing again for its permanent transformation.
Wait.
So they're briefly close for reopen for spring break because they know they need to have the alcohol location for spring breakers.
I guess. Yeah.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
How long? The question is, how long will it be closed?
Briefly. Oh, will it be closed?
During after spring break.
It doesn't say.
So then it opens again for summer, probably May.
Whenever all this stuff is going to reopen, I assume.
Well, so what's your guess on the theme? You think it'll be Dory or something?
The Pixar Fest celebration starts April 13th, so it'll be sometime between January or sometime. Well, I don't know.
What do you think the theme will be? What's your guess for the Cove Bar? The new theme.
It could be all over. Because if it's included in that fourth neighborhood or whatever, I don't know. It's pretty close to in the Incredibles section, so it could be Incredibles. None of it really makes sense. Nemo.
Nemo?
Nemo.
Is Nemo...
Nemo's Pixar.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was thinking Dory. You said Nemo. I said...
Well, I mean, the Finding Nemo series says guests wishing to reserve World of Color dining packages after January 7th may consider Carthay Circle or Wine Country Trattoria.
Which is where the hidden bar is, right? The bar bar upstairs at the Wine Country. That's the don't want to wait in line, need a drink bar.
The remaining areas of the land that is now Paradise Pier, including Paradise Gardens, the Silly Symphony Swings, Jumping Jellyfish, Goofy Sky School, Golden Zephyr, and Little Mermaid, will become a new land called Paradise Park. And then Pixar Pier will open during the limited time Pixar Fest celebration, which begins April 13th. Celebration will include the Together Forever Pixar Nighttime Spectacular fireworks, as long as the return of Pixar Play and Paint the Night. Blah 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 blah. We will be letting you guys know when stuff has dates and all that.
All right, so moving on. Also, Disney announced Disneyland After Dark. Kind of a throwback thing that they're bringing back to the park. They used to have the date nights.
Yeah, but this is a paid version.
Yes, of course. Everything that, nowadays is something you have to pay for. So they announced this. I guess they're doing different events on different nights that they have this Disneyland After Dark. First of all, everyone wants to know how much it costs. It's $95.
See, I was really excited when I started reading about this, and then I realized that, I don't know, I wasn't excited anymore.
So yeah, $95 kicks off on January 18th, and it's from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. And
What nights of the week?
well, I'll get to that in a minute when I click the link. But real quick, when they announced this, so I posted it, of course, and then someone commented, "Oh well, Disneyland closes at midnight, so we only get 1 hour of this if we buy a ticket."
No, they're going to close the park early.
Questions we get.
Yeah.
The questions we get. Yeah. Buy a $95 ticket and enjoy the park by yourself for an hour.
If it's something that they do like once a week or once a month, it's no biggie for them to close the park early to have this.
Especially when they're probably going to have it on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Exactly.
The thing is that they're selling. My guess is they're going to sell these $95 tickets. They're going to do this on a Monday, Tuesday, or a Wednesday night.
Well, this one, the first event's on the 18th, and that's a Thursday.
Okay, so a Thursday. They're going to. I mean, the 18th of January, right?
Right.
Is not necessarily a busy day at the
No,
park.
that's
So the
easily off season.
chances are they're selling tickets for something they would probably have the same amount of people if they just kept the park open late.
They're probably going to have the park's probably going to close at 8, and this
Yeah.
is going to start at 8. Just
Wristbands.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be just like a Halloween party or something.
Right.
It's going to start the same time the park is closing, so you're going to have maybe 45 minutes to an hour when there's regular guests mingling, but then after that, from 9 to 1, you're all alone.
All right, so it says here, event 1 is a throwback night. Take a trip down memory lane when you snag a hot ticket to the first Disneyland After Dark event, which I said kicks off January 18th from, of course, 2018, from 8 to 1. Come dressed in your best retro-inspired attire and discover Disney's classic past at the after-hours celebration inspired by the debonair days of the 50s and 60s.
So it's Dapper Nights for money.
Yes.
As long as we're clear.
As you journey through the moonlit park, you'll encounter an array of nostalgic nods to the Disneyland of yesteryear. It says event highlights will include after-hours attraction, ride iconic mainstays like Peter Pan's Flight, Matterhorn bobsleds, Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, and Jungle Cruise. Of course, they're going to have meet and greets with characters. They're going to have music and dance-in, soak up lively entertainment planet throughout the park. So these bands are going to be playing popular hits from the 60s as a tribute band performs live on the Disneyland Railroad platform. Oh, that's interesting. Swing along to the upbeat tunes of a jazz swing band in front of It's a Small World. That's pretty cool. Get caught up in the swirling activity around Sleeping Beauty's castle as a radio DJ broadcasts all the unique offerings of the evening and accepts song dedications from guests. And board the Mark Twain Riverboat for a song-filled sail around the rivers of America. Of course, with events like this, you're going to have specialty foods and drinks. And there's also going to be a tribute fireworks show, which Anthony is going to say something about, because it says, gaze upon fantasy in the sky, a fireworks spectacular that first illuminated the night skies in 1958.
For 4.5 minutes.
No, I tweeted at Disneyland today, or whoever was that originally posted this. I responded and tweeted at them and asked them if it would be the actual original Fantasy in the Sky or the 4-minute 20-second travesty. No response, of course.
Of course.
Did you say the word travesty in your post?
No, I wish I had.
Well, I mean, that would be a reason for them not to reply. You could tweet at them like repeatedly. How many times do you think before you got a response? They block you,
probably
right?
block me first.
The question is, again, are they going to play the less than 4.5 minute version? That's awful. It's not that it's bad; it's just way too short. It leaves you like right when you're expecting the big fireworks to happen. It's like, oh, it's over.
Well, it's at least a third of the length of the original,
right? Which is a short show to begin with, compared to the newer fireworks shows. 15 minutes is not 12 and a half, whatever it is. 12 minutes is not a long time. Even Disneyland Forever was 16 minutes or something. And that was a short show, too. But what I was going to say earlier is you were talking about the song dedications. I was going to ask if I could dedicate Sandstorm to Anthony.
Sure. All right. So, of course, they're going to have Disney Photo Pass photographers out there doing their pictures, and you'll also get unlimited downloads. You'll have access to unlimited downloads that's included with the ticket. You're going to get a commemorative keepsake upon arrival. Be sure to pick up your lanyard and credentials so you can feel special.
I'm not pressed.
Yeah, so you can feel special for the night. And then you know what? Everyone who gets those little credentials, they come back the next day and wear it every day, all day long, so they can feel special.
I should wear my
Don't hate
Main Street Electrical Parade credential, the kickoff night.
So yeah, they're really trying to say that they want you to dress for the
January 19th.
party. From the 50s, and like I said, tickets are $95, but tickets for annual pass holders will be on sale. Well, actually, they're on sale now, so you can go check that out and see how much they are, because it doesn't say here; it just says a regular price of $95. So maybe 85, 75.
Dirty.
Yeah.
I'm not even taking it for granted that we get a discount. I'm just taking it for granted that we get advance purchase.
Maybe.
There may not even be a discount. I'd rather wait and see if there's going to be a cast discount, which I wouldn't even count on that either.
Right. So yeah, that's what's going on. If you guys want more information on that, just give Disneyland a call. Say, hey, I want information on this Disneyland After Dark thing. And if they don't know what they're talking about, well, that's no surprise.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. All you guys have to do, just go to Disneyland.com and hit the events tab and take the events and tours, and I'll take you to this event. You can get all the information there.
Tell them Diggs sent you.
Yeah, you can tell them that. They know
You tell them, hey, Diggs sent you, and then they go, who's Diggs? And pretty much how it'll happen.
All right, so also announced was the Lunar New Year, and Anthony told me this year is the year of the dog.
Bow, wow, wow.
Yippee-yo, yippee-yay.
Exactly.
I was going to say that, but I thought I'll leave it for you.
So, yeah, the Lunar New Year will be when?
January 26th through February 18th.
Oh, cool.
So once again, they've went from the few years ago where there was only like a 3-day event to last year was the first year of it being 3 weeks or so. Now it's still that.
That's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty, I like, we talked about, right now, we have Viva Navidad over there in the Paradise Gardens area. So I like how they do the different cultural stuff. It's really cool. So I enjoy going over there and watching that. I love Viva Navidad. Anthony loves the Three Caballeros. And
Just like Donald.
I like those guys.
because he forgot that one guy's name last time. But anyway, it's cool they do these cultural things, and I do enjoy going to watch the Lunar New Year stuff. It's pretty
It doesn't
cool.
feel inauthentic to you?
Which one?
All of it.
I don't know. I mean, it's not Coco.
All right. Nice segue.
Not yet.
Oh, well. I thought you were trying.
No.
All right, so yeah, that's going on or coming up. It's going to be pretty cool next year.
Next year.
Yeah, they
See you next year.
Yeah. They went and announced that really early, so I guess people can plan their Lunar New Year schedule.
Right.
That's a good idea. But like I said, it's pretty cool.
I can't wait to go get my dog-shaped sourdough bread.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Dog shaped.
I'm gonna bring some butter.
Yeah, every year they do the sourdough bread from the bakery in the shape of whatever it is the Lunar New Year is. Like last year was the donkey, I think, and they had a donkey-shaped bread. And the year before they had the dragon-shaped bread, and
Yeah.
But they'll still have Groot, right?
He's not in that area.
But they don't sell the Groot bread over there?
I don't think so. I think that was only during season of
Groot.
Heroes.
Season of Groot?
Season of Groot, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they should have a dog-shaped bread.
Yeah, be pretty cool. All right. Well, speaking of Groot, we also got an announcement that Black Panther is coming to DCA. Now that was kind of exciting to hear. I wasn't really expecting Black Panther to, show up in the parks.
You know what my first response was? Of course we're going to get Black Panther. He's a man.
Okay.
We're not going to get the Deny character from The Walking Dead. What's her name?
No, we're not going to get her. We still haven't gotten Rey. We've been waiting 2 years to get Rey. See, The Last Jedi is about to start. We still haven't gotten a freaking Rey in the park.
But they do have.
We got Big Head. They took away Big Head Kylo Ren from the photo ops.
They did?
Yeah, he's been gone for a while now. They brought Vader back.
Mm.
They took the Seventh Sister out of the Jedi training show, and instead they gave all of her lines plus his own to Kylo Ren. So not only we're not getting more female characters in the park, we got them being taken away.
What a feminist you are.
Yeah, well, I try. So yeah, of course, like I said, of course we got Black Panther because it's a man.
So they didn't actually post the date that he will arrive in the parks, but since the movie does come out, Black Panther comes out in February. We're going to guess probably around February. The movie comes out February 16th.
End of January.
Maybe around there.
Well, they'll
No, it'll
start-
probably be on February 16th
that's
because
what I think.
Loki and Thor didn't appear in the park until like after the movie had already came out.
Well, probably starting in the beginning of February, they'll have the preview.
Yeah,
of the
something
Bugs
like
Land
that.
Theater.
Right. No, it'll be in the Sunset Showcase Theater. Get it right.
Is that what they call it now?
Yes.
It's not the Bugs. Don't you walk
No,
underground?
the one in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's
Backlot.
where the Marvel stuff is.
Well, they're doing Coco in the Bugs one,
Yeah.
so why not? Oh,
What is-
because it's the back lot, and
And
where
that's
all
Marvel
that
is.
stuff
Well, that's where the Marvel ones always
Yeah.
are.
Gotcha.
The only Marvel one that they've had inside Bugs Life Theater was Ant-Man.
Mm,
And of course that makes sense.
I get it.
Do you?
I get it now. Yeah.
All right, so let
It's
me
a bug
just
thing.
let me tell you what I'm hearing. I've got some news the other night
Uh-oh.
because we had the announcement of
Oh.
we had the announcement Black Panther's coming, and then I got some news on another Marvel character coming to the parks. I don't understand because I do remember that they were saying that the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the theme parks intertwine with each other,
Yes.
stuff like that. So right now Iron Man's in Hong Kong.
Right. The attraction.
Well, him, the character itself.
Well, yeah, because the attraction opened.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Iron Man's coming to DCA.
Well, you'll probably still be in Hong Kong
Well,
too.
yeah, I know that. But if you saw the show they had for the training academy thing,
He was on screen
it's saying,
in Hong Kong.
yeah,
You didn't see the Avengers Initiative show
No, I missed this.
during
What-
Summer of Heroes
apparently not. Where
Yeah.
was it?
in the same
Backlot.
Hollywood backlot
Theater.
the Hollywood backlot stage.
yeah. So yeah, they
Interesting.
had him say, "Oh, I would like to be there, but I'm here in Hong Kong." So that plays into how they were going to incorporate the theme park characters and stuff like that. So, like I say, I'm hearing now that Iron Man will be coming to DCA.
He's gonna come out of that little hatch.
There you go. You never know. He might just do that. And I just want to say that I think this is really happening, that the source that I got it from, I can believe. So maybe January he's here. I don't know. Coming soon, Iron Man. And we talked about it, 2 years ago when we saw Iron Man at D23 and said, hey, maybe he'll be in the park since they have an outfit for him. You know, how they have a costume, a guy in a costume. So, hey, you never know. That's pretty cool. We'll finally get Iron Man. And remember, you guys heard it here first.
They never even had Iron Man in the original upstairs at
No,
thing, right?
no. That's why I was excited to see him at
'Cause
D23.
who was up there originally? It was Thor and
Thor, Spider-Man, Captain America.
oh yeah, no Iron Man,
Yeah, Spider-Man took over Captain America.
right?
Yeah.
Because Captain America left,
Yeah, he had to go do some stuff.
right, and then Spider-Man was there, and then Thor left, and everybody got pissed off about Thor leaving. It was just Spider-Man.
So yeah, I guess we have something to look forward to. That's pretty cool. Iron Man's coming to DCA. I'm excited. What about you? You excited?
I wonder who's going to be able to fit in the iron outfit.
I know the answer to that.
Some skinny dude.
Hey, so we've been getting a lot of rumors and stuff about Star Tours.
Star Wars?
Yes. A lot of rumors about Star Tours and things that are going to happen to Star Tours in the future with the scenes and split up and stuff like that.
The location of the ride.
Well, I mean, that's a whole other thing. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with that. It's obviously not even included in the... I've always said that relocation of Star Tours was phase 2 of Star Wars Land. So, wherever phase 2 ends up going of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, that I figure Star Tours should be included in that.
I don't think any of that's going to happen, though, until they decide what's going to happen with Tomorrowland.
I think that what I'm about to talk about right now, the new scenes in Star Tours, is pretty much guarantees that Star Tours is eventually going to be in Galaxy's Edge because of now how it ends.
So, Anthony, what are the rumors?
Oh, I didn't really want to talk about the rumors. I already said it, that they were going to split up the scenes, that you're going to have a choice to go in like the prequel scenes or the...
Well, there's two sides, right? You enter up the ramp, and you either go to the left or the right.
Right, and the rumor is that one side's going to be the prequel scenes, and one side that's going to be the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy.
This is 6 months or more down the line. They're going to do 6 months or a year of just the new scenes. That's not what was in the original rumors from a certain unnamed source that we don't like. But I have heard from my own sources within Tomorrowland that they're saying 6 to 8 months. That sounds about right.
That they're going to leave the Last Jedi scenes you're going to see the Last Jedi scenes. You know how last time the Jakku scene...
Now through the middle of 2018.
Right, the Jakku scene wasn't on there that long. It was, 3 or 4 months? And last time when Force Awakens came out, well, now they're saying that all of the new stuff, basically you're going to get the same Star Tours every single time for 6 to 8 months.
Makes sense.
So it's going to be it's not going to be like, it's just going to be like old school Star Tours where you got one scene every time you saw it.
Yeah, it's going to be an advertisement for this movie.
Right. Whereas the thing is that basically this is now taking over all of the Star Tours. Before, the Jakku scene was the middle. You still had randomized on the first scene of one of the 2 first scenes, and you still had the randomized of the ending. But now they're putting it's the end is the new stuff. The ending is the new stuff.
Is it the end of the world as we know it?
Yes.
Okay.
So no matter what, you're going to end and get that. In fact, when I saw it, I got the middle scene was the Jakku scene, and the ending was the new stuff. So I'm like, I got all the new stuff.
Yes, we got all the new stuff.
So, but that brings us to the new stuff, which of course we did get the reveal that the planet represented in Galaxy's Edge is going to be the planet Batuu, Batuu.
Not one, but two?
Yes.
Not one, but two. Do you have to go poop or do you have to go pee? Not one, but two.
So the planet is going to be called Batuu. Now the key is in the new Star Tours scene, you go to the crate. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how it goes. That's for you to find out or to watch a YouTube video at 9 different angles. You go to the planet Crate, which has already been well established that you were going to go to the planet Crate, which is the planet with all the red stuff. But after you leave Crate...
I prefer the gray stuff.
You were going to end... after you leave Crate, you were going to go a la the ending to Soarin' over California. You were going to come back, and you were going to be landing on the planet Batuu.
Inside Galaxy's Edge.
Inside Galaxy's Edge. That's
while the fireworks are going off?
No, not while the fireworks are going off. But you do in the end of the new Star Tours, you return and you land on the new Star Wars planet represented in Galaxy's Edge.
Do you think you'll be able to see the castle in the distance or Space Mountain?
No, I've seen
How
it.
about
You don't-
Splash?
You don't see
Splash
it.
is a little
Come in.
closer to that area.
It's facing that way, not towards the
Oh,
park.
well,
Yeah.
sons of bitches.
But it's cool. I like the new scenes.
Yes.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we were lucky. We got some fast passes.
Yes.
Is it really long?
I don't remember.
No, not that long. Maybe 15 minutes.
No, I mean, was the regular line wrong? Long.
Oh, the regular line was very long. Yes.
I don't remember.
Yes.
Stuff like that just goes to show you that 80% of the people at any given time in the parks are annual pass holders.
Well, I mean, that's given by the fact that Friday, the day that the Star Tours thing opened, was very busy that day. Of course, it had been busy the previous weekend because of marathon and Halloween, Christmas starting, and then the following weekend it was pretty busy with Star Tours starting. Of course, we went on Sunday, so it wasn't that bad, and we were able to get fast passes in the afternoon for 11 o'clock p.m. So we were able to just do that. It was really easy. Yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was pretty cool. And of course, people spoil it online and stuff like that. So once again, I stayed away from it. And I didn't know about the last scene. So I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, this is tight. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked it. I actually want to go again because I've heard you got to just keep going and find new things that you didn't see the first time.
Right.
That's pretty much how it works with visual media.
Never mind.
You've what?
Nothing.
You've visualized the media of Star Tours enough times?
Not yet.
I'm wondering, is it better than the rest of the ride? Star Tours makes me sick. It's the 3D, I think. It makes me sick.
I'm not a fan of the 3D either.
I
wish they would
that
go back to the old way.
Yeah, big time.
Well, that and my problem with it has always been the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fit right, especially if you wear glasses.
Oh, okay.
But then the glasses are always incredibly dirty and scratched.
I bet if they did a temporary layover where half of the line was not 3D, you can choose. They'd see very quickly how many people don't like 3D.
Right.
And they'd probably decrease the 3D to the smaller side if they.
Yeah, I
actually
wish they
did
had
it.
realized as quick as they did for the 3D at Harry Potter.
I was going to say the
at
exact
Universal,
same thing.
Because you know that they took the 3D out.
Yeah, people were throwing up.
Yeah, because too many people were throwing up. But yeah, they took the 3D out there because they realized it was stupid. So I mean,
Well, the original version of that ride in Florida doesn't have 3D.
no, it doesn't. Just like the original version of Star Tours doesn't have 3D, but
Right.
they redesigned it and felt like everything needs to have 3D. Well, it doesn't.
Now, I just want to say real quick that, I said earlier that I was able to go back to Disneyland after being in the hospital and all this crap. And went on Star Tours, got this tube in me.
Didn't work well.
It wasn't a good idea to do that because of all the jerking and everything. It really hurt it a lot. But it was worth it. That's all I got to say.
But that's the only time.
Yes, because
You're not doing it again anytime soon.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Big Thunder, though.
Oh, yeah, with my bio bag.
So no Big Thunder.
No, I can't do any of those right now.
Just space.
No.
Okay.
I can't do anything.
But you'll go on Buzz with me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That's
Will
a
Anthony
definite.
go on Buzz?
No.
Oh,
Only if you give me $3.
What's cheap ass Michael? What's your oops, I'm sorry, did I say that? I'm just kidding. What's your top score on Buzz? You know?
I don't know. I just whatever.
You just shoot at every round target you can find?
I shoot at whatever I can find.
Oh.
I'm not one of those, I have to get 1,000,000 points because I know all the secret spots.
Well, I know all the secret spots I could show you.
Well, you don't go on it with me.
I'll go. We'll go on it with you.
Cool.
When are you going to borrow your dad's truck again?
Wait,
I really wish that you were if you were 15 minutes out of my way, I would gladly pick you up. If there's anyone listening that knows us and lives east of Rialto in any direction, or then just hit up Diggs on Facebook and say, hey, dude, you want to go to the park?
Hell yeah.
because he needs a ride and he'd gladly hang out with you. I will say, he's down for whatever at Disneyland as long as he can go on it these days. But
Yeah.
like he won't say like, I don't want to do that. He'll just go with the
No,
flow.
exactly.
If you want to do like a certain route, he'll go with you on your route.
You know what? We talk a lot on here that we don't go on rides when we go in the park and stuff like
But
that.
it's not because we don't like rides.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to go. I don't go to the parks to go on rides. There's people like Michael who go to the parks and get fast pass for everything. I don't do that. But if I'm with someone and they say, "Hey, do you want to go on Thunder Mountain?" I'll be like, "Okay."
Yeah, no, I mean, there's been times where, we have some fast passes saved up or some Riads or
Right,
whatever, and
yeah.
Diggs is like, oh, you have Riads? Well, then let's go on, I mean, we just don't go to the park with the intent of riding everything.
Yeah.
But, for instance, if you're with someone that doesn't go often, you're down to do whatever they
Yes.
want.
You tell me where you want to go.
Let's do it.
That's the thing. That's the way it is. with
Elizabeth
me.
and I were planning on going with some of our friends from the groups, Kimberly and Ashley, it's a mother-daughter that we know, and their brother Matthew actually too. And we're going to meet up with the two of them. And Elizabeth and I thought, we'll just tell them do whatever you normally do, and we'll just kind of watch. We'll just observe and follow you around. We'll just see how they experience the parks, right? Because we just cruise around. We don't do anything interesting.
Right.
Do a little shopping, cruise around, get a Starbucks, maybe hit one ride.
There you go.
What's next, Anthony?
I don't know.
What's next,
the list.
Diggsathy?
We're gonna do Fat Time.
Oh, no more fat time. The end of an era.
Are you hungry? Well, they are. It's time for Fat Time in the Parks.
Yeah, Fat Time in the parks, and I don't know if I'll be having any Fat Times in the parks anytime soon.
It's the end of an era.
Well, we all know that the Festival of Fatness is going on over at DCA, or what do they call it? Festival of Holidays.
Festival of tiny portions.
The Festival of Tiny Portion Holiday Fatness.
They should call it the Festival of Tapas. That's really what it is.
So yeah, they just like last year, they have the different food booths out there that you can go and try these little samples of whatever they're giving out. Well, not giving out, but what you have to buy. And once again, this year they're doing the AP. What is it called?
Buttons.
Actually, what?
The little food pass thing.
Actually, this is the first time they're doing the food pass for
the
Christmas.
festival. That's right.
Is the Sip and Savor Pass.
Right.
This is the first time that they're doing it for the Festival of Holidays. Of course, last year for Festival of Holidays, they did not do the Sip and Savor Pass. It is the same as the Sip and Savor Pass they did for the last Food and Wine, where you get 8 little tickets for the price of $45. It comes to $5 an item. So as long as you're getting items that are above $5, it is a good deal. And there is actually a lot more items on the menus this time that are in the $7 range. So you actually, if you actually get all items that are like $7, you actually end up with a really good deal. So once again, this has all been going on for a couple of weeks now. If you guys haven't had a chance to get over there and check that out, you guys definitely should.
What's the end date?
Lots of good food. I believe it's the getting back to the January 8th.
Oh, so it's going to run the whole distance.
Yes.
Yeah.
It runs a lot longer than Food and Wine then.
Yes. Wait.
Okay.
Well, Food and Wine was actually longer this last time than it was the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
It was, month and a half, whereas it was only a month the first time. So it ends up being about a month and a half for Festival of Holidays also. But
Actually goes to the 7th. 7th is the last day.
okay, so and the Sip and Savor Pass is good for the whole duration. So if you get the Sip and Savor Pass, you will be able to use it all the way until the last day. Now, they do have, once again, they have all your booths. We're not going to go through a lot of the items as much as we would normally because of time, obviously.
Are there any highlights?
Yes.
But there are some highlights, and I have already tried a few items, which I will talk about those. So you have your usual booths, Making Spirits Bright, which, of course, booze. Joy to the Sauce. Spicy Celebrations, which there's a couple I do plan on trying there. Brews and Bites. Holiday Duets. Classic Crocs and Casseroles.
Rocks.
Blissfully Braised. A Twist on Tradition, Winter Sliderland, Grandma's Recipes, Festive Holiday Extras, and then Treats for Santa, which we just found out actually recently. Finally, we figured out where that one is. And then, of course, over at Paradise Garden Grill, they do have the traditional Mexican dishes to go along with Viva Navidad. It's all mostly the same stuff they usually have there, so we don't really need to go into that.
Yeah, probably the not quite traditional, right?
Well, I mean, street tacos, chicken mole, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, they also have outdoor vending with your elotes,
Yeah.
horchata, jamaica, chicharron.
Ooh, yummy.
Oh, the chicharrones.
I like those.
Of course, the holidays, you do have specialized items that are at other restaurants throughout the rest of the parks. We normally would have had time to go through those when they came out, but we're not going to be able to do those. So you guys will just have to go check out all that stuff on your own.
Woohoo!
So am I talking about my stuff I have
Yes.
tried?
Yes.
Okay. So last Sunday did go over to the Festival of Fatness and got the Sip and Savor Pass. Have tried a few items so far.
How much is this pass?
It is once again $45.
And you get
8 items.
so
It comes to $5 and something per item.
it's like $5.50 each.
Yeah, something like that.
$5.75
Yes.
each, something like that.
As I said already just a few minutes ago.
No, I get it. I'm just trying to do the math.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the really good items are $7, and if you get all those, you're definitely making.
So you
getting
save
your
like
good
10,
money's worth.
15 bucks, basically. I will say that I'm interested to hear what you liked, but we did a quick walkthrough, and I was, granted we had somewhere to be, but I was looking for a reason to stop, and I didn't see anything that really, really jumped out at me that I had to have right then, kind of thing. And usually there would be, because I'm quite the fatty myself, at least on the inside, even if not on the outside.
You must have not seen anybody walking around with the pork belly adobo, because if you would have seen people walking around with that, you would have wanted to find out where it was immediately and get it.
I just put it inside myself.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it looks like something that needs to be put inside of yourself.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Because I will go ahead and start with the pork belly adobo. It's not the first thing I got, but as we were eating other things, we saw people walking around with this, and I immediately looked at it and I said, that is something that they are going to lessen the portions of by the end of Festival of Fatness, because it is a giant piece of pork belly that goes across the whole entire tray. Those little, they get the little trays that they give you the food in that they've been using for Festival of Fatness and Food and Wine.
The
fast
fast food, ketchup, fries with paper
Yes.
trays. Yeah.
Yes, and the piece of pork belly goes from one end to the other if you get one that's a whole nice strip and then a nice good portion of rice underneath.
Nice.
My case, they gave me one, which I think I actually ended up with what more than what most people would end up with, was kind of like meat in the whole freaking thing.
But it looks like a decent sized portion, especially for that.
It's a lot of meat.
Sometimes
yes.
these things fill up like less than half of the
Right.
tray. Yeah.
And that's what I think. I think that this is one that they're probably going to end up lessening the portions of by the time this thing is over.
No.
Right. Which is why I wanted to get it right away. But it was good. The rice was good. Lots of rice. Lots of meat. Very flavorful. Definitely worth that one. Now, one that didn't look that great, but it ended up tasting really, really good, was the chicken sausage and with red beans and rice. It was kind of a Cajun style.
Red beans and rice will miss her.
Now, when you look at it, it doesn't really look like much.
Mm-mm.
It looks very blah, and the rice is actually kind of dry, which is kind of weird because you would think the rice would be the same as the rice that was with the pork belly.
You'd think.
But it's not. And it's kind of like supposed to be a garlic. It's red beans and rice, whereas the rice that was with the pork belly was a garlic rice.
The same kind of red beans and rice that Sir Mix-a-Lot talks about?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
make sure.
but Actually, once you take if you take the red beans and rice and mix it together, it actually has great flavor. It goes together. It's not dry or anything. The sausage is actually surprisingly spicy for being at Disneyland, and it's really good, and it looks a lot better than what it looks.
Whoa.
So I would definitely get that one.
Well, now that we've covered that.
I should be probably saying where these are, but I don't remember.
But they're in one of those little booths, right?
Yeah,
So it's not like they're going to be in Disneyland and Small World looking for this.
No. These are all at the booths. If you guys are really interested in getting any of these, just try to remember what I'm saying, what they are, and go look for the booths that they're in.
Or use iTunes to listen to this podcast as you walk around in the area.
Yes.
That would be like the two birds, one stone kind of situation.
All right, that braised pork belly is at Blissfully Braised, of course.
I mean, they can call these booths different names, but really they all look the same. It's based more on location, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then also, because of course mac and cheese, tried
Which is always good.
Cornbread. Basically, a cornbread it's a mac and cheese, like a 3 or 4 cheese mac and cheese or something. And I know that there's
with cornbread.
Yeah, with cornbread crumbles.
Ooh,
that's what I said.
Okay, see now I'd be all about that, and I'd be the guy that went back to them and said, "Hey, can I have some more of those crumbles?"
And you know it's interesting because they finally learned, because this is now the 4th time. Obviously, they've had 2 Food and Wines and a Festival of Fatness once before. All 3 of those times they had mac and cheese with chicken in it. Remember, your brother was picking out the chicken when you'd have the mac and cheese. And this is the first time they've had the mac and cheese with no meat in it.
Well, that's good for the vegetarians.
Well, it's good for the people that don't want to have chicken. So it actually increases the chance that he's going to try it, because he doesn't have to worry about picking out the chicken.
Why would you pick out the chicken?
Because he doesn't eat chicken.
But, like, you could eat chicken. You're not allergic to it. So picking it out is kind of like...
If I don't eat chicken, I don't eat chicken. Don't say, oh, you could eat chicken. No, I don't eat chicken.
Well, see, like, for instance, shrimp, like lobster,
Nasty.
I can't eat it because I'm allergic.
Well, then I'm going to feed you some.
No, then you're going to kill me. If I fed you chicken...
While Anthony feeds Jose peaches.
If I don't want to know that story. If I fed you chicken, you wouldn't die. You would just, like, not like it.
All right, anyway, getting back to food.
We were talking about food. Was there anything else? Any dessert items?
The cornbread mac and cheese was really good.
I'm going to try that one.
The cheese was very, very cheesy, and kind of had like also maybe like I don't know, I had a different cheeses in there. And then I also tried the...
well, real quick before you go, that one is at the Holiday Duets.
Yes. Did you find which one the chicken sausage and red beans and rice was?
No, because I forgot what it was.
Okay.
I'll look.
And then I also tried the, just to get a drink, tried the cherry pineapple punch. Very interesting. It has, instead of having like the little, it would have been nice since it was cherry, if it had those little cherry bobas that we've had before, that was in the cherry drink before. But what it has in it is, you know, those little candied, little pieces of
candy corn?
No, it's like what's in fruit cake or a fruit.
I think they call those nuts.
No, it's little pieces of like gummied fruit.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like gummied fruit. It's
I know what you're talking about.
It's like when you look at a fruitcake cross section, it's the part that's like clear, or like if somebody makes a fruit casserole or one of those.
Does anybody know anybody that actually makes fruitcake, like homemade
like
good
anymore? No, I don't.
Oh man, I need me some of that.
Anyways, it has little bits of these little jellied fruits, and that's what you drink and suck in with the boba. It's a little weird. The texture's kind of weird. They don't taste bad,
but they're super sweet, right?
No, they're not super sweet. It's just like eating. It's just like eating little bits of fruit.
No, not those, but the drink.
No, the drink wasn't super sweet actually, because it actually has more of a base of the pineapple is the main base. Huh. So it actually has, you taste the pineapple more than anything.
All those,
but
drinks...
you do taste the cherry and it does have a nice, interesting flavor. But you have to be really into pineapple, otherwise you definitely wouldn't like it.
Well, I like pineapple. The problem I've had with those drinks from DCA, especially, actually all the Disney drinks that are like that, they're their specialty drinks, is that almost everyone, and I like sweet stuff, too sweet. All of them. So if this is not, I'll try it. If you're saying it's not
I didn't think it was that
I'll give it a
sweet, but
try.
then I don't know if my definition of not that sweet is how it jives with yours.
Yeah, usually, like what was the last one they had at the Asian booth, and they had those little balls on the bottom, the little juice balls.
Bobas.
They're not. Well, no, it's not
You're
boba.
talking about
Boba is tapioca. These were like
You're
the
talking about the
ones.
cherry drink?
I don't remember what flavor it was, but on the bottom there was
Were they
like
red?
these little red balls.
Yeah, that's the one. That was the cherry.
Boba.
Right, but they're not boba. Boba's tapioca.
But they look like boba.
They look like boba.
You're
yeah.
a tapioca.
You're rice pudding. Arroz con leche. Anyway, but yeah, no, I really liked the little balls on the bottom. I sucked all those up, but I couldn't drink the rest of the like cherry lemonade or whatever because it was too sweet.
All right, the chicken sausage with the red beans and rice is at Grandma's Recipes.
Yeah, I already have a good idea of what else I want to try, but I'll see how that goes.
This is tomorrow for you, right?
Yes, might try a couple things tomorrow, in fact. But as always, if you guys try anything from the Festival of Holidays, a.k.a. Festival of Fatness, make sure you guys take pictures and tag hashtag Festival of Fatness to @MousePIRE on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Send it as a Facebook message or send it to Diggs. I don't know whatever you want to do with it.
And hashtag InstaFat too.
Email it to us, mousepire@gmail.com. We want to know about all of your hashtag Fat Time in the Parks with Festival of Fatness.
All right, real quick, because Tim mentioned about desserts. There's one at Holiday Duets that I would love to try. Warm chocolate float with whipped cream and brownie crumbles.
And plus, we've well established that this guy needs to try the white hot chocolate because he missed out on the white hot chocolate last year.
This is this guy meaning Diggs?
Yes.
But that's not going to happen.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'll just take extra
Just
insulin.
a couple of sips, right?
Yes, of
I'm
course.
just going to try it.
Yeah. Over at Joy to the Sauce, they have an apple lemonade with whipped cream and caramel.
That sounds like a take on Gaston's
On
brew.
me? On me?
On you?
Take on me?
Take on
Ah.
me. No, but it sounds like a take on Gaston's brew or something.
Yeah, it does.
There's I mentioned spicy celebrations. There's at least one I want to try at least one of the things there. There's a Nashville fried hot turkey with dill pickles, or there's beef corn tamale a la plancha, spicy rojo sauce.
All right, and the last thing that I want to actually try is from Classic Crocs and Casseroles, milk chocolate candy cane pot de creme cup.
No, you said candy cane. That means peppermint.
I don't care.
Exactly.
Nope.
Okay, I believe I said that I want to try.
I just want to say
no
that
one said Tim. No one said Anthony.
Anthony and I have we're
want to
two.
try.
You're one. You lose.
No, because you don't go
No,
with me anyway.
No peppermint.
It's not like you're taking me to the parks.
Can we discuss the other peppermint item right now
Actually,
as well?
at that same booth, I want to try the chana masala with grilled garlic naan bread.
I do want to try anything masala. I'm all about it. Is this an appropriate time to discuss the other peppermint item that we're against?
Which one?
The peppermint churro.
Oh.
Yeah,
This is not at Festival of Fatness, but it is something they're doing right now at Disneyland. They have been trying some different flavors with the churros. The sour one was pretty good. Sour watermelon. It wasn't very sour, but it was good. The pumpkin didn't really have much flavor.
Pumpkin didn't taste like
it didn't really taste like anything. But then there was one other. Oh, and then the lemon one I thought was fantastic. The one that they did for the Pirates 50th.
Well, because it's the only one that actually tasted like something.
Yeah, it tasted like what it was supposed to taste like.
I didn't try it, but everybody that tried it said that it's the best one.
Yeah, the lemon was fantastic.
I didn't
But
say that.
the watermelon I thought was really good too.
But it actually tasted like lemon. Actually, it had flavor, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. None of the other ones that have said that they're supposed to be taste like something have tasted
not.
like anything. That's the only one.
But my point was I didn't say it was the best one.
Oh, what's the best one?
Regular.
The regular one.
I didn't say that either.
Oh. You know what
is?
they
There's-
have?
there's
I like
another-
the s'mores one. That was
Oh,
pretty
the
good.
s'mores one.
Okay, so but right now they have a peppermint candy cane flavored churro. And one of the comments, I will say, one of our admins in Mouse Lovers 1313, Mary Holmstein, who might be listening. I know Jackie's probably listening, but Mary posted this and not one positive comment out of about 20. So every single person said, ew, or that's gross, or I don't know about that. And my favorite comment out of the bunch, and I don't remember, one of our regular members said, just because you can does not mean you should.
Well, like they say, to each his own. I do want to try that that one dessert I just said, peppermint churro. I can care less about that. If I wanted to have a peppermint churro, I would get a regular churro and eat a candy cane.
Now, I will say that, have you guys tried the churros outside the park in downtown Disney?
No, I haven't.
They have, you have to make sure they're fresh because they'll serve you like one that's been sitting there
3
a while.
hours.
We got one and then I had to kind of take it a couple bites and I realized this is not very soft. Let me get another one. It was getting worse as I went down, but they had a flavor that I just, on the spot, I was like, shut up and take my money. It was Fruity Pebbles flavored, like the cereal.
I don't like Fruity Pebbles.
Well,
Neither do I.
I like Fruity Pebbles. Elizabeth really likes Fruity Pebbles, and this thing was pretty damn good, I have to tell.
Have you tried?
Oh.
Have you tried the corn dogs down there?
Not yet, but I've stood there and watched them screw up one
Yes,
after the other
I
after
agree.
the other.
I agree.
They're still screwing them up?
They don't quite know how to make, and I don't think they care. I mean, they're hiring these people not for a large corporation. It's like some guy named Bob just owns this stand and he pays Disney rent and sells corn dogs and stuff. It's never very busy. The churros stands are busier down there than the corn dog one. And they just hire people that don't care, I think.
Yeah.
All
I
they
don't think they get proper training.
I don't think they're trained. I think one guy knows how to kind of make them, and he's training the other people to do a worse job than he does.
They're pretty good when they get them right.
I'm sure if they got it right, I mean, the batter must be all right if Disney.
Oh, we've
approved
tried
of
it.
Okay.
We tried it like right when it opened. And I had the Hot Link one, and it was pretty good. Just the amount that they screwed up trying to get to ours.
That's the thing, because they're making it, and then they screw up, and they throw it to the side, and they had a big old pan full of...
Bad ones.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, and the thing is that the inside of all of those bad corn dogs, there's a good hot dog.
But they'd have to, like, dig it out, basically.
Right.
I was just like, I don't know. I was kind of mad because...
Well, maybe when you're not paying it, maybe when no one's there, that's when they strip them to remake them
Oh,
later.
that's
Because they just have to take them off, right?
All right, getting back to the Festival of Holidays, I just wanted to also add that on the booth, A Twist on Tradition, they have the Reuben potato smash with Russian dressing and rye toast crumble, which I have previously tried, and I still highly recommend that one. Also, if you guys have a chance to try that one, which I believe I tried at, I think it was the last year's Festival of Holidays.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
think when I had the Reuben potato smash last year. So that one is really yummy. So
Yeah, you guys go try that out. We're going to move on and talk about popcorn buckets because that's the in thing now. You know, it's
Well, if we're going to go over the popcorn buckets, I think we should start with Oogie Boogie.
okay.
Well, where they
never ran out. Hardly.
They did run out
Briefly.
2 weeks before Halloween, and they never brought them back.
They did? I didn't
No.
hear that.
Now, they, in my opinion, should have had a Oogie Boogie bucket run all the way through January. It's not a Halloween-only thing. It's called The Nightmare Before Christmas. It includes both holidays. So I think they should have had it. Now, I have heard one rumor from someone saying that they are selling them in the park again.
That's what I heard too.
So
Gonna say.
maybe just by mansion only.
That's probably.
So I'm going to be on the hunt looking for one this weekend.
I got mine, so I'm cool.
Yeah, we got ours. I've had a few people ask us to pick them up one, and I'm just, I'm saying, hey, I'm really sorry. They stopped stocking them. So we'll see what happens. But then, so Oogie was gone, potentially is still gone. We're not sure. And they had the pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
And the pumpkin was really cool because you could put like a light inside and light it up. It was a good bucket.
I didn't get one.
If you need one, we may have an extra. But the pumpkins were pretty cool, but those left with Halloween.
Right.
Right.
Well, they were gone before Halloween.
Right. But then, surprise, we get a bucket that they have in Hong Kong. Came out in Hong Kong first, which is opposite of how they usually do things. And surprise, we're looking at one.
It also came out in Florida first, too.
Yeah, but surprise, we're looking at one. Here it is, the Pluto bucket.
Yay, Pluto.
And in my opinion, it's the best bucket they've ever made.
I think so, too.
I think quality-wise, it's the best made bucket Disneyland's released.
Ingenuity-wise, I think I would still give it to maybe the carriage.
Right. I mean, they've made some cool buckets over the years, but as far as quality of this build, this is a Tokyo-level quality bucket.
Yeah, it's real good quality plastic. It looks great.
None of them come broken. The Oogie Boogies were like 1 out of every 50 would break. The back of his head or the red base that he sits on or the dice would break off. And then they sold all those at Company D.
And then, of course, we know from the past that stuff like the Mickeys and stuff like that, or things where the head
paint wasn't right.
Well,
or
the paint if you dropped it, the paint would chip off of his hands.
Yeah, last year's Halloween buckets actually, the paint would chip.
Then the heads wouldn't go on to the body right.
They'd come on, and if you removed it, it was like impossible to get it to go back on again. It'd take you 10 minutes to get it in the right spot. These things, this Pluto bucket, it's not only does it look good, it's not the most popular character, but it's made so well. The tail is made of rubber. The ears are made of rubber. Is the nose rubber too, or does it look rubber?
But his whole head is rubber.
Really?
Well, you can tell by looking at it that it's paler than the rest of the body, which is hard plastic.
Yeah. And then it opens in the back. It's actually a really tight fit. It's not like a lot of the buckets are. You open the back and it kind of flops.
Well, that's the way Oogie was.
Yeah.
His was the first to use the kind of door thing.
The door on Oogie was cheap.
Right, and they've taken the door to the next step on this one.
This is made really, really well.
It's not practical at all for holding popcorn.
No, you don't want to put popcorn in it. This is a mantelpiece.
I don't know why they even bother making it seem like you could put popcorn in it. It's not even really a popcorn bucket, but it looks really cool. And I don't care if that's what they're going to give us with popcorn. Then to me, it's just like getting a really cool plastic statue with popcorn.
Right. So this is the Christmas one. This is their actual Christmas item, but then they do have a couple other things too. They've got the Mickey Christmas ornament stein,
which is way better than the creepy Mickey ornament head or the Mickey head that they've had in the years past.
Yeah, the Mickey heads were a little weird. I will say, though, that the ornament stein is not on the quality level of the poison apple stein. Poison apples were really, other than the
those are heavy and hard plastic.
Yeah, the stems could break on them, but the ornament steins are in that caliber, but not quite as well made. What else do they have coming out? They just released a Captain Phasma stein. A mug?
Which is basically the same quality and just like it's basically a clone
of the old Stormtrooper.
Well, it's a clone of the previously released Chewbacca, Darth Vader, Boba Fett, Iron Man head.
Yeah,
all of those. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. The top pops open and a cup sits down inside of it.
Yeah,
that's basically it.
So
that's available over in Tomorrowland,
Terrace, right?
And you can get it, I believe, at either Galactic Grill or you can get it at the fruit stand.
Or possibly the Pizza Port.
No, they didn't have it at Pizza Port. They were still selling BB-8 in there.
Oh,
but they might switch over if they phase out BB-8. I don't know.
I hope that they stop BB-8ing the world because we still have a few of them that are hard to sell because we thought they would have been out. We'd been gone already, we thought. And then the today's news, right?
Yeah, I mean, was that next, or did you have anything before that?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, today's news is that they've announced in the same series, I presume, as the TIE Fighter.
Well, price-wise.
Yeah, well, definitely price-wise. But they've released today a AT-AT, supposedly themed. The ones I've seen on eBay are themed to Last Jedi. They put on there, but
Which is fine because Last Jedi is about to come out, but the Last Jedi is not those. There are AT-ATs in the Last Jedi, but that's not the new vehicle that's released. That's being introduced in the Last Jedi. It's a whole nother. I was trying to look up what the
like the AT-PT or something. Right? Nonetheless, these things look pretty killer. There's some on eBay. I think at about. I looked earlier. They're on eBay at about $60 or $70. They look to be pretty well made. The legs are posable, so you can put them in different configurations, and maybe make them look like they're dogs and they're doing some weird thing or something.
Yeah, the new one is the ATM6.
Okay, see, I was close, right?
So, I mean, the thing is that they want to tie it in with Last Jedi, which is kind of like, well, not really. But whatever. At least it's better than nothing. At least it's better than the fact that they could have had a Death Star popcorn bucket
And
last year.
I'm sure they will eventually.
They could have had a Death Star popcorn bucket for Rogue One, and they didn't.
You know why they didn't, though, is because they ordered too many of the TIE Fighters when they came out.
And BB-8.
Yeah. It's silly, man. They either order way too much or not nearly enough. There's nothing in between.
And then, then we come to the price point of the new AT-AT. Well, first of all, the AT-AT came out today, which is Tuesday. Really weird that it came out on a Tuesday.
We were hearing soft release, but that's...
Right. I mean, so they could be not really technically supposed to come out until this weekend, or I don't know. But the price point is basically $25.
One per person.
Which is what the highest price that the TIE Fighter ever got up to.
Well, the TIE Fighter started at $19.50, then they went up to $25, and then they went down to $15.
Right.
Which is where they think they are now.
I think actually you're incorrect about the first price. I think they were $18 the day they came out for Season of the Force. Because I think that's when you got yours the day, and I was complaining about the price, and I said I'm not going to pay $18. Because I said my max was $15. I think I had already paid $15 for something already by that point. Was it the
Cinderella carriage? No,
well,
those
Cinderella
used to be
carriage was
13.
$15.
No, it's $15 now. It was
$14.
Or no, it's $16.50 now, but
it was $14 when they came out. But the Zero Doghouse popcorn bucket was pretty high when it came out,
but that's because it has a glow in the dark element and it has a light up element.
But the glow in the dark element wasn't there for the first series.
No, agreed. But the light up nose was. So
right,
you have to put if you have to put electrical components in something, it makes sense why it's going to be more.
Well, yeah, of course.
In this case,
the TIE Fighter.
Why is the AT-AT $25? Does it light up?
Because they got something. Well, because they got away with selling the TIE Fighters for $25.
Right.
So, I mean, to me, I said at the time that I wasn't going to spend that much for a TIE Fighter because I could spend another $5 and get an actual toy TIE Fighter. Now, in this case with the AT-ATs, I can't spend it. It's quite a bit more for a toy AT-AT. I already have a toy AT-AT, so I don't know. I'll have to look at the AT-AT popcorn bucket in person to decide if it's worth $25, because unfortunately popcorn buckets is one of those things that it's never get a discount. We can't get an AP discount, can't get a cast discount, can't get shit, so you're stuck paying full price. So I'll have to look at it, and then I will decide whether I want to buy it.
Yeah, it's you'd think that they'd give a cast discount at least for the popcorn stuff, food service items. Don't? As
far as I know, the cast of rules apply the same as AP. Has to be a kitchen. I don't think they get a discount at carts.
At the carts? No? Wow.
The only discounts they get if they get those coupons, they get a free popcorn or something.
Right.
That's it.
But that doesn't apply to premium buckets, obviously.
No.
So I think that covers it currently for popcorn buckets.
Yep.
But there's been a couple other items. Last month, they released the Haunted Mansion Tiki mug at Trader Sam's. And there was huge lines the morning of the release. But by the afternoon, no one's in line.
It wasn't even that great. It was just a color variant.
Same mug, different color.
Yeah, to me, that's just stupid.
The original mug they released was like a gray, and then they had a blue one come out of Walt Disney World.
Right, which I liked the blue one, but I was fine with the gray one I got, and I didn't need to go back this year to get the orange variant.
Well, here they have green.
Oh, it was green.
It was
Whatever.
green, and then the version in Walt Disney World from the Grotto, it's like their
orange.
version of Trader Sam's, was the red one. Looked orangish red.
Orange is red,
Yeah.
yeah. I knew somebody had a orange one.
So just announced, I believe yesterday or so, was that there's coming out this Thursday morning. This show will probably air by the time that it comes out. But Thursday morning at 7 a.m., they're coming out with a first ever. I guess you could call it like a Jingle Cruise mug, something like that. It's an elephant with Christmas lights on the side. I don't know if it's hand painted or what the situation is with it, but they're coming out with these, and then the photo of them, you can't tell how it's something you could drink from. Like the actual mug part of it is not revealed in the picture, so it's interesting. But it looks
First
cool.
I've heard of this.
It's an elephant. That's interesting. It's kind of
That's
cool.
at Trader Sam's?
That's be Trader Sam's this Thursday morning at 7 a.m. or afterwards. I mean, if they're gonna make as many of them as they did the Haunted Mansion mugs, then they'll probably have them through December. They'll probably be. I mean, they're like $25, $30 a piece, something like that.
Cool.
That's pretty much it for
I'll have to
souvenir
take a
items.
look at it. You have anything else?
Yeah, we're gonna move on from that and talk about the hand pulled candy canes, which are back for the season. And if you guys,
Peppermint.
Yeah, more peppermint.
I don't mind it if it's a candy can as much.
All right, so once again, you can go to the Trolley Treats and or the Candy Palace and get your hand pulled candy canes. You must be there early in the morning, get a wristband, and the wristband will tell you what time to come back to get your candy cane.
Have your ID because it's 18 and over.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Do I get to see Journey?
No. I believe it's like $13, $14 for the candy cane.
Jeez.
If you want the dates for that, go.
How big are they?
They're like this big.
Like 15 inches long?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, if you guys want the dates for those, go to MousePIRE Facebook page. I have the dates there because I'm not going to go through them. But, yeah, you have to get there early in the morning, get a wristband, get in line, get your candy cane on. And
no, then you have to come back at the time that they say it's done, right?
But more than likely, there are people who leave and don't come back, and then they might have candy canes left over at the end of the day. So if you just happen to be in the park and you say, "Oh, I want a candy cane," maybe just go over there and check it out. But they're at the different. You got to go to different dates because they alternate days. Like this week, there's one on Wednesday and then there's one on Thursday. So go to Facebook page, check that out. I have that listed. Another thing was announced. It was a new restaurant coming to Downtown Disney, Black Tap Craft Burgers and Beer.
Oh.
Now,
the burgers sound good, but these shakes look ridiculous.
I'm all about those shakes. They look so good. They look yummy. But you know what? We talked about this before, that Downtown Disney needed better food options.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we love Earl Sandwich. Yep. We love going to the taqueria right there. And we always talked about they need like a hot dog place. They need like a burger place. I know you can go to ESPN Zone and get a burger, but I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to this place coming in. And
well, especially with eventually knowing that we're going to lose Earl of Sandwich, and
we'll see about that. We'll see.
Right.
My opinion on this is that they need to have more options that are not like where you don't have to sit down for 90 minutes.
Well, I agree with that too.
Because this Black Tap the burgers look good. And the other issue I have with these shakes is that We went to a similar place in Whittier that has these burgers with these over-the-top shakes, and they're built up with candy and spinners and all sorts of stuff on top of them. They're like they come with sparklers in them or something. They're just over-the-top shakes. And
Fireworks.
Like it looks like it's going to have like an M80 in it or something. So, I'm joking, but the amount of time it takes them to make a shake is a really long time. And then the amount of time it takes you to go through it. I mean, it's not like when you order a shake at Denny's and they give you the glass and then the little thing on the side and you're done with it in 10, 15 minutes. These take some time to go through because you're trying to drink the shake, but you're also trying to eat all the candy and the stuff on the outside. It takes a tremendous amount of time just to get through the thing. And what if somebody wants to sit down and they're just there for a shake? And then the amount of time that it takes to clean up because they make a massive mess. It's a bunch of elements that are cool, but they equal a longer dining experience, even if you're not there for all of it. Just them prepping the table for the next guests is going to take longer. It doesn't seem like an ideal fit for a place like Downtown Disney that needs to turn over traffic as much as possible.
There's a place in Rancho Cucamonga and Victoria Gardens called the Mug Shake.
Is it similar to that?
Yes.
Yeah. The one we went into was in Whittier. It's kind of a little hole in the wall, and apparently there's another location. It was on Beverly Boulevard, maybe about a mile up off the 605, and we went for Elizabeth and I and Eileen went for Brittany's birthday this year, and it was cool. Don't get me wrong, but the shakes were like, again, the shake was awesome, but it was just a lot. It took a lot of time to eat it. It took 20 minutes to make it, and then afterwards the table was just wrecked. You guys get what I mean? Like, for a place that needs to turn over traffic, it didn't seem like the ideal choice. What does seem awesome is this bowling alley.
That should have been open today already.
It should have been open today.
Really?
Well, they said
it was supposed to be open before Christmas started.
They said winter.
I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I heard before Christmas it was supposed to open.
Yeah,
I think
because I said
Christmas,
October, November.
November.
Yeah,
Something's held it up, but it looks pretty close. At least on the outside, it looks.
I haven't been down there,
completion.
so I haven't seen anything.
I don't know what the inside looks like, but the outside looks pretty close to being done, and it's. I'm excited for that.
Oh, we are too, because we're going to do a MousePIRE meetup there, and we're going to have some drinks and bowling.
Good idea.
Yeah, we're going to be doing that. So everyone,
they've got wings, they've got pizza.
God, I'm ready.
I'm just saying, they've got easy, quick service food, and you don't have to necessarily have a reservation. They'll have a large bar area where you can just walk in, and if there's a seat available, you can sit down.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. We're going to do a MousePIRE meetup. So as soon as that place opens, we're going to figure out a day to go, and everyone comes and join us and
let's do it.
Get fat.
We'll get famous. All the MousePIRE peoples.
All right, then today Disney announced some new stuff at Smokejumpers Grill. Over at DCA.
What do they got?
They got some burgers. Well, they always had burgers, but I guess
maybe they're like testing out the black tap whatever burger.
They got a new chili, which is the big thing to me.
Does it have beans in it?
It does have beans.
Well,
but wait. Black beans.
Are those the fart beans or
black beans? No.
Okay.
Yes, the new menu at Smokejumpers Grill with new dishes that are sure to have you jumping for more. Oh gosh.
For more smoke? I don't get it.
But first of all, apparently these are new, but not new. But they now have the what some people call waffle cut fries. But those of us that go all the way back to when they first came out at Carl's Jr. has always called them Chris cut fries. But
this is a la not that Diggs has ever been there. Chick-fil-A. They have the same
it's Cruise Chick-fil-A. But Carl's Jr.
They have them there.
But Carl's Jr. the Chris cut fries basically the same thing. They now have those at Smokejumpers Grill, and you have that with the choice of that or onion rings. no word on what kind of what the onion rings are like now, whether they're the beer batter that they had at one time, or whether they're the more of the fish batter or whatever you want to call them. They also have a few new entrees. If those of you that are vegetarian and like your rabbit food, they have a barbecue jackfruit sandwich.
Ooh, jackfruit's interesting.
It has a bear paw slaw, house-made sweet pickles and crispy onions, and is on a toasted ciabatta. They also have a brand new bacon cheeseburger that now has American cheese and
Instead of what?
I don't know, whatever it had on it before.
So basically,
Probably cheddar.
So they took the better cheese off, and they're giving the crappy cheese.
Not according to him.
You don't put cheddar cheese on a burger. Are you crazy?
That's exactly what you're supposed to put on a burger.
No, you don't. See, you don't know
Cheddar,
about burgers.
Jack,
You can go with Jack. You can go with Gouda, but you don't put cheddar.
Munster.
You're a Munster.
Yeah, Munster cheese. American cheese is good on burgers, but I mean it's basically just pasteurized dairy slop.
And we like pasteurized slop. I didn't get like this.
I don't think you can even call it cheese. Technically it's not cheese.
I call it cheese.
All right, so anyways, that burger, the new bacon cheeseburger, is also going to have a new signature smoked sauce. But the new big thing that I like that sounds good is the campfire chili cheeseburger that will have a bison black bean chili as well as jack cheese.
Well, that's the jack cheese. I'm all about it. Bison again. I'm all about it. I'm not a big fan of the beans.
Oh, black beans are bomb. It's way different to have something with black beans than it is to have it with regular beans.
Like pinto beans or whatever.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, I will try it. Disney's not really like the best with chili.
They're not. I agree with that. But this one does sound very intriguing to me with the bison and the black beans. It usually equals a more thicker chili as opposed to more of the thin chili that Disney is known for, especially like Walt's chili and stuff like that.
Yeah,
now, the nice thing is that in addition to getting it on the chili cheeseburger, you can also get the campfire chili as a standalone option that comes with cilantro cream and a cornbread muffin.
I'll take the muffin.
I'm all about cornbread.
So I'm all about trying this campfire chili on the side with the muffin. They also have a spicy buffalo chicken sandwich that comes with the bear paw slaw, house-made sweet pickles, avocado ranch, and blue cheese sauce.
Bear paw slaw.
And then they also have a grilled chicken salad topped with black beans, corn, peppers, queso fresco, pumpkin seeds, cornbread croutons, and avocado dressing.
This is on what? Salad?
Salad. They also have some kids meal stuff, chicken skewer, burger, grilled cheese. Hey, grilled cheese.
Oh.
You get yogurt with it and water. And of course, last they got some new desserts. They got a new s'more, which is a torched house-made marshmallow and chocolate brownie sandwiched between two chocolate-coated graham crackers. And of course, the most funny part about that is that on the very top of the s'more, they have one of those little printed white chocolates with the Smokejumpers Grill logo.
Ooh.
So segueing on desserts, have you guys heard of or tried the cinnamon bun? It's in DCA at Clarabelle's. They basically serve a warm cinnamon bun with ice cream on top.
Really?
And then I'd have to look up a photo. My friend Levon tried it and said that it was pretty awesome, but that when you order it, request a warm cinnamon bun from the center of the pan, because she got one that was not as warm and it was the corner piece, and she said she had a little trouble with it. I bet if I look back on Facebook, I can find a photo of it for you guys, but it was pretty well recommended. She said it was awesome, but that she would recommend ordering it a specific way if at all possible.
Cool.
So go try that, guys. I haven't tried it myself, but it's definitely on my list. With all this stuff going on, I think I'm going to actually have to make a list. So
I think so too, because I forget things. And I have to make a list of where those desserts are at those booths, so I know where I'm going.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, so I just want to go through real quick, just in case anybody didn't hear the news, whenever it was about a month ago, about the additional Star Wars trilogy that is going to be directed by Rian Johnson, who is, of course, the current director of The Last Jedi. It was announced that they would be doing a separate Star Wars trilogy, separate from the Skywalker saga, that would be directed by him. So that'll be very interesting. That's sure to be sometime in the 2020s. So we will see, hopefully get more information on that in the next couple of years. Probably nothing definitive until the next Star Wars Celebration, I would guess. But also, around that same time, we got the announcement that for sure coming with the new Star Wars streaming or not Star Wars streaming service, the new Disney streaming service that is coming in 2019, that the inevitable exclusive programming that's going to be coming will include a live-action Star Wars series, a High School Musical series, a Monsters, Inc., presumably Monsters, Inc. animated series, a Marvel series. Now, we don't know if the Marvel series will be animated or live-action. So, lots on the docket for the streaming service that is going to be coming. The Marvel series, if it is live action, could be their first, because obviously the stuff that's currently on Netflix, Daredevil and all that, is not going to be carrying. It's going to be ending, and then it will not be carrying over to the new streaming service. So if it is a live action series, presumably it'll be whatever's they're going to have replace those.
Cool. Real quick, I want to mention that our announcer, Lauren, she is going to be attending a discussion with Michael Giacchino, which is happening Thursday. And I just I'm mentioning this because I talked to her and told her I would love for her to come over here and let us know what happened and give us a full report on that. So this is going to happen sometime next month when she's off of school. She's going to come in and let us know all about that. And then there's something else that she was going to let us talk about.
And I could have given her like a freaking page worth of questions.
Well, you still can because it's not till Thursday. So get on your typewriter.
They have a new typewriter that's Bluetooth. It feels like an actual typewriter, but it plugs into your like iPad or your system.
Does it actually have buttons, or is it haptic like the new home?
No,
button where it doesn't move, but it makes you feel like it moves.
No, it literally feels like a typewriter.
But so they're real buttons.
Yeah, there's actual buttons. It has like a mount for your screen or whatever on the back of it. Pretty cool.
All right, and also she said that the Lee, Eucridge, the director of Coco. I'm not sure. He spoke at Chapman University. And I think it's Chapman University, right?
Yes.
Well, he spoke over there, and she was there, so she's going to have a report on that too.
Oh, cool! Yeah, that's where she went.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So, like I said, it's coming up next month when she's off of school and has time. She'll come over here.
Did Giacchino do the music for that? Are we saying his name wrong again?
It was a Giacchino, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Did he do the music for Coco?
I believe so.
Okay, because that makes sense, because I did see somebody post on Twitter today that Giacchino actually does appear as a cameo in Coco.
Oh.
There's a guy conducting like a skeleton orchestra, and he's the conductor.
Oh.
It's just like a skeleton Giacchino.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
Can we talk about Coco real quick?
Sure.
Okay. I just want to talk about Coco real quick. I haven't seen it yet. Did see the preview over at DCA. Looks pretty good. I feel like that not knowing a lot of the culture stuff as much as people who know the culture, I'm not going to enjoy it as much as a lot of people. I do want to just mention and give a shout out that it is now the highest grossing film ever in Mexico.
Oh,
Really?
yes.
And it's
yes.
only been out for like a week.
The highest grossing film of all time?
Of all time in Mexico, and it's only been out like a
Wow.
week.
That's a big thing.
And I just want to give, if anybody out there has seen Coco and has any little short reviews for it, you know what to do. MousePIRE@gmail.com. We'd like to hear your thoughts. One other thing I always want to talk about with Coco is the Olaf's Frozen Adventure that is causing quite the controversy, or controversy, as I like to say it. People apparently did not know that there was a Frozen short in front of the movie.
Had
even though
no idea.
They apparently had no idea.
And then I was trapped in the worst situation of my entire life.
What?
Well, I felt like I was paralyzed. It was horrible.
Are you talking about yourself?
Yeah, it was just.
So you truly did not know that there was a Frozen short?
I knew there was going to be a short of some kind.
Now, let me just say that Elizabeth said something about, who knew about this?
Yeah, we didn't know.
And
We've been talking
what
about
did
it for
I say?
months.
I said, we talked about it on the podcast.
We probably did, but you know what? It didn't register that was Coco that it was going to be.
But they've been talking for months. That's why I don't understand all these people, including you apparently, complaining that you didn't know that there was a 20-minute...
25.
20-minute... I thought it was 21 minutes.
It felt like 40.
Okay, well, actually, it's funny that you say 40, which I'll get to in a minute. That there was going to be a 20-minute Olaf short in front of Coco. We've been saying it for months, ever since it was first announced. And that, I don't know when they're still doing it. If they're still doing it, they were going to be showing 5 minutes of the Frozen, Olaf's Frozen Adventure in front of the Frozen musical at DCA. I don't know if they're still doing that. I know they were going to be doing that for a short time, which I thought was funny because that's like a quarter of the movie. But, yes, people are complaining that they did not know that there was going to be a Frozen half movie in front of Coco. There's people complaining that when you combine the Frozen, when you combine the Olaf with the trailers and everything, that there's 40 minutes before you even get to Coco.
Sounds about right.
So there's people that are very angry, and apparently there are theaters in Mexico that are cutting out the Frozen short and not
Really?
even showing it.
Wow. Crazy.
Or there's other places. There's other theaters apparently that are putting big signs in the window saying that there is a 20-minute Frozen short in front of Coco. And then there's jokes going around that saying, they put the 20-minute Frozen short in front of Coco because they know that Mexicans are never on time.
That's a pretty bad joke. I mean, but I will say
that's not my joke. I can't take credit for it, but I have seen the joke going around, and it's Mexicans telling it.
Oh, wow. I'll have to tell that one to some friends. Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, oh, man. I mean, once it started, I thought, oh, this must have been what they were talking about, but I didn't know it leading in, and I didn't remember that it was going to be so long. So I got up like 2 or 3 minutes into the thing and said, I'm going to go get some food downstairs, right? If we had known ahead of time about this short, we would have gone and gotten some food at Earl and taken that food in her purse and gone into the movies, right? And for $20, we could have had 2 sandwiches, roughly, right? So instead of that, we're watching Frozen short. It's horrible, just like Frozen. And sorry if you like Frozen. I can't help the facts. Nonetheless, 3-4 minutes in, I'm like, you know what? I'm hungry. Are you hungry? I'm going to go down to the snack bar and get some food. And I didn't want to take too long because I didn't know that this thing was going to be 20 minutes. I figured, this short's probably going to be 8-9 minutes. I'll probably miss the first couple minutes of the movie. So I go down and they say, it's going to be like 6 minutes for you to get your chicken tenders or whatever, which is the only decent item they have at the movie theater snack bar.
I disagree.
Okay, what do they have that's better? I'll try it next time.
Curly fries.
Oh, would those come with the chicken tenders?
I'm telling you.
Hey, so I order the I order the combo with the curly fries and the chicken tenders, and I wait my 5 or 6 minutes or whatever, and then I get them. They did not make the curly fries, but I thought, I'm in a rush. I don't want to miss any of Coco, right? I'm going to screw it. I'll forget the curly fries. So I go in. I forego my curly fries, which is the best part, as Diggs pointed out.
There you go.
I get in, and there's still 8 minutes of this freaking Frozen short left. And apparently, while I was gone, if this is even possible, missed the best part. So I dealt with the crappiest part in the beginning and the end crappiest part. Didn't see what was actually funny, apparently, with Olaf in the middle, because it's the only decent part about the Frozen movie. Yeah, and it was really awful. It was just really, I don't know how. I mean, the only thing more awful would be like a full-length movie with Frozen again. That's just my opinion. It's time for the mail time.
Hey, you know what? We have some emails to get to from October. And this first email is from Fancy Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
She says, episode 106, opening song. Is that Tim Fresh in the opening?
At the very beginning? If you didn't hear it earlier, Nancy, let's get ready to rumble.
No, that's not
Wait, which one was it? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE Podcast. Yeah, that's me, Nancy. I was asked very appropriately, I think.
Appropriately?
No. The guys asked
or
me
inappropriately.
to inappropriately re-record the opening with my deep baritone, which my grandfather would be proud of. He was a baritone opera singer. But anyway, and I think it sounds fantastic.
I like it. That's why I kept it.
I've played it for a bunch of friends that they're not Disney people or not as much, and they don't listen to podcasts. And I've like played the opening for them. Hey, check this out. And, made people go, hey, wait a minute. I think it's great. I think we should do more recording of Tim and inserting into random places.
No. All right. She says, like I said, this is from October.
Dirty.
This is from October 30th.
Hey.
She says, Dodgers, they are in the World Series. All I can say is they are the best team in the league. At least they didn't sweep my Cubs. And hey, at least this year, us Cub fans can say next year and actually mean it. Ha ha. The Dodgers are better. The Dodgers better win the World Series.
I don't want to talk about it.
No. What are you most looking forward to this Christmas in the parks? Hope you are feeling better, Nancy. Okay, well, what am I looking forward to? You know what? Just being there. I love being in the parks during Christmas time. I love looking at the lights, of course, and just being there. And sometimes it's cool to be there when it's actually cold in the parks, because we're Southern California, which we just had Thanksgiving, which was 90 degrees. So
hottest Thanksgiving on record
there
in
you
Southern
go,
California.
exactly.
So if you're in Ohio or something, it's
yeah. So it's kind of cool to be in the parks when it's actually cold at night, and having that Christmas spirit and everything. But it's not cool to be there when it's like 20-something degrees on New Year's Eve. So that's something different. But yeah, it
does get down under 40 here for New Year's Eve, which is really cold for Southern California.
We had that one New Year's Eve that was freezing.
Yes, that's what I was referring to.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in the parks.
Food.
I was going to say that.
Decorations. Actually, you know what? The one thing I was looking forward to the most, and we got it, and I'm happy. Garland.
Exactly.
Garland across Main Street. Welcome back for the first time since 2014.
The Garland is back. Yeah, I'm super excited.
Oh, I've been excited. It was the first thing I saw, and I'm like, oh. And then on the way out, we took pictures.
I didn't think they were going to have it.
Well, they announced that they were going to have it, and as soon as they said that as soon as we knew there'd be no paint the night, first thing I thought is, oh, yay, Garland. Of course, I said that last year. Last year I said, yay, Garland, and then they announced paint the night for Christmas. I'm like, damn it. And then this year, when it was sure that there was going to be no paint the night, I was like, yay, Garland. And then they implied that the Garland was going to be back, and I was like, yay, Garland. And then the Garland is there. And, of course, we noted that the Garland did not go up in time for the opening of Christmas on on November.
That's why I didn't think they were going to
November
have
10th.
it. Yeah.
It was noted that the Garland actually went up the following week during the week. But yeah, and the Pluto popcorn bucket. I dig it.
Hey.
All right, thank you for your email, Nancy. Our next email is from Cycle Sid.
Yeah.
Well, Cycle Sid says, "Hey guys, like I said back in October, I love that I got a nickname. I'm surprised you didn't think of P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. That one is Disney related. Come on, guys. That might be the longest name ever." She says, haha. Thanks, guys, Sydney. So, yeah, she got a nickname. There you go. Cycle Sid. All right, next one, again from October. Michael the Mail Guy. Let's see what this is all about. I did not proofread this yet.
Oh, no.
So, because I'm just going down the order.
Do we really need to listen to old dribble from Michael?
Yes, I think we do.
Oh, boy.
All right, this is, he says, Michael the Mail Guy here. Hot day on Sunday. 97 was the highest temperature, but kept out of the sun as much as I can. My unofficial events were a success and growing every year. Haunted Mansion Fashion was the biggest in our third year. Can't wait for next year. Now, he had the Haunted Mansion Fashion event, and I saw the pictures from it, and I was actually really surprised at how many people actually turned out for that one. Because I went to the one last year, and there was only a handful of people. This year is even bigger, so I thought that was pretty cool. He said that it was so busy, 4 trains were running, so I was able to ride the train for almost an hour. It was a must to ride the train again. I will be back at the parks November 5th for Dapper Day, which I didn't get to go to. All right, at that time, his Dirty Award went to security. He said they came up to me and this girl that was dressed up for Haunted Mansion Fashion. Security told her she can't wear a costume, even though it's not a costume, just a foam cutout of a hitchhiking ghost. Next thing security says, she can't wear the add-on foam cut because it's distracting to other guests. So which is it? Lolita outfits are distracting, but none of them got a warning. They asked how she got past bag check and security. She said they loved the outfit and let me by. I said, I see security 2 drop the ball once again. He said they didn't like that, and they didn't like that with a look on their face.
Well,
they left when we finished the day meetup dirty.
They're not paid to like everything.
Yeah, I know. All right, next one we get to is Dan the Man. Hey guys, returned to the parks on Saturday night. Man, it was busy. Wanted to see the Halloween decor, the Halloween tree, and see what the wait was for Haunted Mansion. With no real agenda, managed to get some pics with a great pumpkin and get on Haunted Mansion Holiday with about an hour wait. Okay, its question says mansion waits have been long, and the only real thing that changed is the gingerbread house from year to year. So do you really think the wait is worth it? It hit over 3 hours on that Saturday. I don't think
for a mansion.
Yeah.
No, well, first of all, none of us here wait 3 hours for.
Yeah,
mansion.
I was gonna say I don't think the wait's worth it. It's
so
3
the
hours.
wait is worth it because we don't wait that long.
I don't think I'd wait 3 hours at the ER if I had a broken leg.
I don't want to talk about the ER. I had to wait till 3 a.m. to get a room, and I got there at 2:00 in the afternoon.
So we don't really have an opinion about waiting in line for a ride that we don't wait that long for to begin with.
Yeah.
So I mean, because every time we usually go, it's either when the line's gone almost, or we have somebody with us that can get us in through handicap or whatever reasons.
Yeah. All right. He says laugh of the week goes to Anthony for the Jack Tripper short joke last week.
Everybody seemed to like that one. I actually got a. I don't know if anybody remembers that one, but do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Enlighten us.
What was it? I even got a message from Dan about that one. Did I tell you?
No.
Because I don't even remember what the context was. It's something about something about shorts, and I mentioned Jack Tripper shorts. It was something you were saying.
Yeah, it was something.
And then I made a comment about you somebody wanted to come and knock on your door.
Yes.
And then,
Yes.
but Dan liked that joke so much, and that he actually messaged me, which he has never messaged me. He messaged me just to tell me how much he liked that joke.
Tell us the joke.
I don't remember. I don't remember what the context was.
Does anybody know the joke?
It wasn't a joke. It was just I made a comment about Jack Tripper shorts because something was brought up about short shorts, and I said, "Oh, Jack Tripper shorts," and then something else was said, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you want him to come knocking on your door?" Don't
Yeah.
you? Why don't you try listening to the podcast for a change? You know.
Listen, I'm going to have to go back and listen now, but
That was episode 105.
okay.
All right. Next email comes from Giselle.
Hi, Giselle.
And this is a brand new email from today. So she says, hi. She says, hi, MousePIRE. Oh my God, I miss listening to you guys. So happy to hear you are recording again, and even more happy to hear that Diggs is getting better and recovering. I'm sending you lots of good vibes, and I hope you are taking the time you need for yourself. Anyway, just wanted to let you know I'm still alive and still looking forward to meeting you soon, Giselle. P.S. Are you guys going to Disneyland after dark? So expensive. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, we're all going on a date together.
There you go.
Anthony, are you going to hold hands and skip with me?
Of course.
I don't know about the skipping. He has a cane.
Yeah.
I'm not holding hands with you unless we skip.
Well, I mean, the cane might help me. I can get a push off.
Diggs, are you going to skip with me?
I'll try, but the jiggly in my belly will hurt this hole in my pocket. Or
That-
my pocket in my...
Well,
Jigglypuff,
by that
Jigglypuff,
time, that better be
Jigglypuff.
gone.
Yeah, hopefully it's gone. I'm sure it's going to be gone by then. And my gallbladder. Bye.
Jigglypuff. If you take out the gallbladder, you get to eat ice cream, right?
I don't know what I get to eat. I've
Oh.
heard I'm not supposed to eat dairy, or there's certain things you can't eat after getting it done. So I don't know. I don't want to even think about it right now. But anyway, yeah, Giselle, I don't know what's going to go on with that. It'd be cool to go just to check it out and see,
Be interested, but
But I mean, it sounds like just all the same crap, photo spots with big lines. And I mean, the thing that sounds interesting to me is the entertainment, the bands and stuff like that. I can care less about the DJ.
right.
Don't need a DJ over there.
Especially where you can make
It's not New Year's Eve.
recommendations or what is it?
Requests.
Requests and dedications.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens if we can get
Like
some fundage.
like on the coast.
Right.
Love songs on the coast.
There you go.
103.5.
All right. Well, thank you for your email, Giselle. And we're glad to be back. And hopefully we'll be doing, again, weekly. Like, we'll get to see what's going on with my transportation situation and my
Control module.
my
Woo!
my gallbladder
Yeah.
issues.
I think we need to put the gallbladder inside your transmission.
I already got the oil for it.
Ew.
That's not oil. That's bile.
That's gross.
Same difference. All right. Next email, brand new email, is from Michael the Mail Guy.
Uh-oh.
Says,
Another one?
He says, well, I'll tell you, that was from October.
Oh, good.
We're in November now. All right. It says, I'm back.
Do
Michael,
you think Michael knows what month it is?
No. Dirty. All right.
Love
Michael
it.
the Mail Guy here. It's Glow with Michael. Wait, we missed that last week. Dirty. Well, the dirtiest man is here. Did you miss me? You better. How many of you picked up the word dirty? It's been going viral around the Disney community.
Let's not go that far.
Yeah.
It's gone between us.
All right.
In that one group, it's like dirty.
Okay, he says, yes, Diggs is down, but not out yet. We got to meet up with him, Rampman, and Shadow before my event on Sunday, and good to see everyone again and just chilling. Here's a joke for Diggs to cheer up. Diggs is so slow.
How slow is Diggs?
He is so slow. Anthony finally got up.
Anthony finally caught him. Caught up.
And that's not fair because even you'll admit that I've always walked faster than you, and that I'm always able to stay ahead. So that's not fair. Now I'm finally, if anything, he's finally catching up with me.
That was funny though. I didn't even read it ahead of time. I waited for. That was cool. All right.
Next.
Well, I hope to
The
do.
Mexicans late for cocoa.
Hey. That's in poor taste. Someone might get offended.
Well, I hope to do it this Sunday again, as this Sunday is my last official event for 2017 and Rantman's birthday party.
Rant Man? That's you? I don't know this.
He rants.
Because
Well,
I
he
rant.
does
He's been
rant.
calling
You
me
do
Rant Man
rant.
forever.
Okay.
Star Wars Day, Light versus Dark, Battle for the Last Jedi. I might have to pick up Diggs and some of the crew, but I do have to go home early and not stay till the break of dawn. Baby duty on Monday morning.
Chicka break of dawn.
Don't miss out on this. Don't miss out, as this will be the last time MousePIRE will be in the parks together for 2017. Before I go, it will be good to hear the show again and see what's in store for you, the audience. All right, questions. What did you miss about the podcast since you've been gone for a while?
Getting out of the house on a Tuesday night.
I can say yes to that. I can say I don't miss the editing.
Oh.
And I don't like the fact that we've been gone for long and we've missed a lot of stories, news that we should have been reporting on.
Let's just put it this way: the episode the very first episode that we missed because of his car. We were supposed to have talked about this house that we went to.
Oh yes,
We're gonna have to talk about
yes,
that.
we will. I forgot all about it.
Oh, yeah.
Tim's gonna have to come back on the podcast because he was
yeah.
there with us, so
I
he's gonna have to
forgot
come
all
back.
I
about that.
invited you guys. Yeah, I wanted us all to go check it out.
And that was the first episode that we missed was the one we were supposed to talk about that because we
true.
had just went. We're not gonna be able to talk about that this episode, but
next
Tim's
week-
gonna have to come back either next week or whenever, so that way we can talk about this house that we went to that has this great little miniature Disneyland in it, basically.
This guy basically recreated Disneyland on a small scale in his
Right,
backyard.
but that's all we're gonna say. We're gonna talk about it in more detail when we have a chance.
I forgot all about that.
It
Also,
was
wrote that
super, super cool. Honestly, if we had an appointment to get to, my girlfriend and I, and if not, I think we would have hung out there until they made us leave because it was just that cool.
down. All right, next question. Did you guys listen to old episodes to see where you can improve? No.
No, Diggs wouldn't do that.
No, I'm not listening to no old episodes. I already hear it twice. All right, next question. Since the last show, what has happened that you wanted to talk about and ready to rant or give praise but forgot about? Previews, news, Star Wars news, etc.
I think I pretty much just said it that they all forgot about that miniature house.
Yeah, we were super excited that the day we left, we were like, this is going to be awesome to talk
Right,
about.
but then we missed that episode, then we missed another episode, and then by then all this other stuff was piling up. I'd say besides that, pretty much Festival of Fatness. I mean, all the lead up to how. I mean, we missed the end of Halloween,
True.
and then we missed the lead up to Christmas. So I mean, those are all things that we usually look forward to talking about every year is Halloween and Christmas, and we missed basically talking about a lot of the stuff we missed talk about.
I mean, I will say that today was probably the perfect day to come back and do this because there is a ton of stuff that was just announced today. All the popcorn bucket, not all, but a lot of the popcorn bucket stuff and the tiki mugs and a lot of these things are literally just announced today.
Now, Michael the Mail Guy's tip of the week.
All right, it's Michael's tip of the week. Enjoy the Paradise Pier before it's gone. Ariel's Grotto will be gone, so make those reservations. Cove Bar before they retheme it. Play those games before they are gone or changed. Enjoy Screamin' and Mickey's Will of Death before they retheme it. Another chapter in the DCA world will be gone, so soak it up before we say bye. Till then, this is Michael the Mail Guy saying bye.
I have a comment about Cove Bar and obviously Ariel's Grotto that I had just thought about until now. I mean, do you really think it's I guess it's no different than having alcohol next to a restaurant that's themed to Little Mermaid. I mean,
I
are
hope
you
that
going to have
there's-
alcohol themed at a place that's themed to Pixar? I mean, is that really a great idea?
You know,
But then what's the difference? They got alcohol over in a place that was themed to friggin' the, over
Spit it
at
out.
Mad Tea.
Oh,
They had the friggin' stupid alcohol places
Right.
over there. So, I mean,
my opinion, Mad Tea I thought was a little different because there's entertainment there.
Right.
But my opinion about Cove Bar is that it's like the people that can't handle being sober at Disney.
oh, it's a mecca for those people.
Right.
I mean,
but then they go. I mean, if you literally are going to wait in line inside of a theme park just for access to sit in a certain place to get drinks, I don't know. It just doesn't. I mean, I did it one time with a big group.
it's because we're not big on alcohol, so we can't really relate.
I mean, even if you are big,
We're not
on
the people.
alcohol,
We're not the people. We're not the type of people that have to have alcohol during their Disneyland experience or Disney experience to enjoy it.
Do you really
we
like
can't-
Disneyland that much if you have to be drunk to be there?
There's obviously the people that are. I mean, we know plenty of people that have had to either sneak in alcohol or they always have to have their traditional run over to the Cove Bar as a group or stuff like that. We know plenty of people that we used to be at Mad Tea all the time, and we'd be there hanging out with people. Okay, we're going to the Cove Bar.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Unless you're going to buy me some lobster nachos, I'm not going.
What are you trying to kill me?
Like, I have no
I
interest
get
in
it.
any of
I
the
just-
drinks over there.
And I'm not trying to pick or dig at anybody that's like that's their thing.
I do.
I just don't understand the need to go get drunk, or like if that's the main part of the experience, then like just sneak in alcohol in a Taco Bell cup like everybody else used to do, or bring in a plastic flask or something like.
Yeah, I get it. And like I said, I don't know how great is it that they're gonna if they're gonna change it, now it's gonna be a bar themed to Pixar. I mean,
I'm
is that
sure
really
it'll be cool.
is that really the best message to send?
Will they have lobster nachos? No one really knows.
I mean, that's the big question.
Right.
Is whether they'll have the lobster nachos.
Right.
So,
All
Are
right,
they
so thank you for your email, all you guys. And if anybody else has any emails or has any questions, comments, tips, your own tip of the week, tip of the month, your top 5, whatever you guys have, send them in.
MousePIRE@gmail.com.
All right, so real quick, I want to give a shout out to a new podcast that Dan the Man is on.
What?
Yes, it's called the Extraordinary Culture Podcast. And basically they talk about movies, food, sports, beer.
I have a question. How is it that Dan has the time for another podcast but doesn't have the time to be on this one?
Because whoever he's podcasting with is closer to him than coming over here.
Okay.
So hey, you know
Makes
what?
sense.
They
I approve, Dan. I
Their
approve.
first podcast episode is out. If you want to check it out, go to our MousePIRE Facebook page. I posted the link there. I actually listened to the whole episode, so it's actually entertaining. It's pretty cool. And of course, just like any other podcast, when you first start out, you gotta, work out the kinks and things like that.
Find your rhythm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I told him that it was fun to listen to, and it kept me wanting to hear what they were going to say next, things like that. So I thought it was pretty cool. So check them out.
And it's interesting. Was straight from Dan's mouth that the reason he really wanted to start this podcast is because of our podcast not being around.
Really?
Basically, that's what he told us.
So it's kind of like a big, elaborate, I miss you guys.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
All right. I'm calling it like I see it.
So once again, it's the Extraordinary Culture Podcast. Check that out. Like I said, go to MousePIRE Facebook page. It's posted there. All right. So real quick, guess what, guys?
What is it?
We will be having MousePIRE t-shirts.
Kick ass.
Yes. MousePIRE t-shirts will be available. And
Took long enough.
It sure did. We finally found someone who can actually do it and do it for
A reasonable cost.
well, not the reasonable cost, but quality. That's what I was going for.
Well, we should talk about that because I've been looking at getting some shirts made as well.
All right, so we're going to be having MousePIRE shirts and a hoodie. And, of course, we have the MousePIRE car decals that we're selling also. So if you guys want to check that out, go to MousePIRE Facebook page. It's going to be on there. And guess what? We're going to be having a deal.
I was going to say, if they pre-order a shirt or a hoodie, they might get a free decal or something.
Well, the deal is it's going to be MousePIRE holiday deal or special. And you will get a MousePIRE t-shirt, a free car decal.
There you go.
Free shipping.
Ooh.
For $25.
That is a really good deal because the t-shirts should be $25 by itself, right?
Yes.
And the shipping costs like at least $5.
Yes, and the free decal. So free decal, free shipping, and like I said, $25 with the shirt. And the first 5 orders will get a free MousePIRE button.
Cool.
Yeah.
If they have to pre-order these, right? These are the first, like between now and.
I'm not going to do a pre-order. I'm just going to release it.
Okay.
So just the first, 5 orders will get the free button, not pin.
But pin.
But hey, like you said, that's a good deal right there with the free shipping because shipping does cost, a lot. So yeah, MousePIRE t-shirts, go to MousePIRE Facebook page. You have all the information there and you can, order. They're going to be on Etsy. So yeah, basically Buttons by Diggs. You can check out the Etsy page there and then you can find all the MousePIRE merchandise. Finally got some t-shirts.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of the MousePIRE Podcast. We appreciate you guys listening, taking your time off your busy schedules to tune in to see what's going on. And, hopefully I will be doing better.
He looks fine. Everyone.
I look fine, but I'm not 100%. And I would like to get back to 100% sometime soon. I know you guys missed us. And like I said earlier, we had a lot of people, where's the podcast? What happened to you? Blah, 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 blah. And I had to go and record my video and say this is what happened. But hopefully, like I said, we'll be done with this soon. And we'll get back to a normal schedule. And also a normal schedule of getting back to the parks. Because like I said, I've only been there once since I've been out of the hospital. And a lot of fat times that I need to catch up on. Even though I can't have all that stuff anymore, they say I can have a little sample here and there. And whoever is with me might be lucky and get
the leftovers.
Get the rest of the stuff.
Hint, hang out with Dave.
Exactly. So, hey, you might be lucky and get some free food.
More than likely, if anything, he's going to get me to buy, and then he's going to sample mine.
There you go.
I just want to bite, though. Goes like that.
I don't know. I'd rather have like the dessert myself, my own,
right.
And then I can say, okay, you guys want this? Because I don't want to take a bite of someone else's, and you know what I'm saying? I want to have the most amount I can have.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on in the parks. You guys need to get over there if you guys haven't seen any of the Christmas
ton
stuff.
Going on right now.
Yeah, you got Viva Navidad. You got the Elena Arrival thing, which is pretty cool.
Tons of stuff to wait in line for.
Oh, yeah.
Not just rides. I mean, like popcorn buckets and
buttons
and what else they got? Well, that's pretty much it. But, no, I'm just kidding. No, but there is really a lot going on at the resort.
There's a lot going on. I mean, I had all the stuff at Disneyland, and you have the stuff at DCA, and then, of course, Downtown Disney has all the decorations up too down there, and lots to do everywhere. So, yeah. Yippee. Head to the parks, people. And don't be those people, how busy is it going to be tomorrow? Who cares? Just go. Have fun. And like we say, you don't always have to go on a ride. You have plenty of time to go on rides. Just enjoy the season that's going on in the parks, because that's what I love about Christmas time. You have all the nice decorations. Just sit there and enjoy it. And then, you have the fireworks at night, and then you have snow after the fireworks. So that's pretty cool. I like the snowfall.
But if you see some fat guys, and you're sitting on a bench, just, get up and offer it to them. It's not that hard.
What are we offering?
Their bench.
Us a
If
bench.
they're on the bench and they see some fat
okay.
guys, they say, hey,
Okay.
would you like to sit on this bench?
Yeah.
I'm leaving. And then
Yes.
just go walk around.
Yes, there you go. I like that idea.
Yeah. Give us your bench.
Give us your poor, you're dying.
And your benches.
There you go.
Maybe they'll give us Walt's bench. No,
I don't
that's
think
not
so.
happening.
Yeah. I wish. That'd be cool.
If it was here, it would be back there, and it would be covered in cats.
So annual pass holder, don't forget there is an AP corner over there at the food fatness area.
I forgot.
Over at the what's it called? Sonoma Terrace.
Festival of Fatness.
No, but the Sonoma Terrace over there. That's where the AP section is.
Wait, they've moved it.
Yes,
it's
they
not
moved
in
it.
the trail anymore.
No.
Oh.
So yeah, that's where the button is and photo op and
Wait, just for people that are stupid like me, where is the Sonoma Terrace?
It's
wine.
basically the far left side of the wine. So in other words, when you go to the far left of the wine thing, you want to go up the ramp on the far left, the part closest to
by the Blue Sky
Ariel's
Cellar.
by Ariel's store.
Okay.
There's that ramp there to the right of Ariel's store.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go up that ramp. You don't want to go up the middle by Blue Sky Cellar. You don't want to go up the middle
You'll
because
maybe walking through.
well, no, because then you'll go through and you'll realize it's all roped
blocked off.
It's blocked off.
Only one way
And
in,
you'll
one way
have to
out.
come back out and you'll have to go back around. You want to go up, and then when you go up there, you're going to want to make sure that after you have your pass scanned, you want to make sure you go in, because as soon as you go in, there's going to be a line that wraps around a planter that's for the big photo op. And then on the left, there's going to be lines for the counter where you can buy the Sip and Savor Pass,
Yeah.
and also some AP merchandise. You want to go in between those two lines, squeeze in between those two lines, and go around the back onto the side where the photo op is, and you'll see the table with the buttons hidden behind everything.
Well,
The
if it's
first time
hidden,
I went
maybe
there-
they'll give you an extra.
Well, the first time I went there, I didn't find it, and I was exiting, and then I had to ask where the button thing was, and the guy was like, well, if you get your hand, if you get scanned right now, we could let you in and get the button. I'm like, dude, I was just in here. I literally just walked right by you.
They don't pay much attention. They're not getting paid to get paid
No.
attention.
So yeah, make sure you look around in the AP corner where the buttons are, otherwise they're easy to miss.
All right, so they have there the charging stations for your phone. So
And fancy AP tablecloths.
oh yes, they went all out this time and have
Spared no expense.
exactly. They have tablecloths that have AP on there, so that's pretty cool.
Hey,
So make sure you guys
take some
check
of
that
those
out.
home with me.
Also, make sure you get that Sip and Savor Pass. Pretty cool.
Worth every penny
45 doll hairs.
for 8 items.
You sure it's not cat hairs?
Doll hairs. And you got to watch out in case you get, stuck in your throat.
Yeah, I think I got some right now.
All right, so as usual, just keep an eye on our social medias to find out when we're going to be in the parks and to keep up to date with all the stuff that you've missed. Obviously, even though we haven't been podcasting, we have been doing a lot of posting on Facebook and stuff. Just don't forget Facebook. We are MousePIRE on Facebook, at MousePIRE on Instagram, and the Twitters. I am at Dubex for Life. Dubex, the number 4 life on Twitter,
I am not on Twitter.
because you are a fail.
What's your Twitter, Diggs?
MousePIRE.
At twitter.com?
No,
Oh,
at
it doesn't
Twitter.
work- it doesn't work like that.
At Twitter's.
I'm on the Facebook. Tim Fresh -1, just like it sounds. Not the number 1, ONE. Tim Fresh -ONE on Facebook. I'm the only one with that name on all of the Facebook. You can find me easily there. If you want some cool, fun Disney information / conversation, you can join our discussion group, Mouse Lovers 1313. If you want to be approved faster, then there's 3 questions when you join. All the groups now make you answer the questions. So in one of the questions, even though it's not there, just say, "Hey, I heard Tim talk about this on MousePIRE, and then you'll be approved faster.
That's a lot of effort, asking questions.
You know, they just ask you stuff to make sure
That's
you're
why
not
I'm
like
not in groups.
You're not going to sell sunglasses or something, because that happens a lot. You'd be surprised.
Ray-Bans.
Yeah, like a knockoff Ray-Bans. They're trying to sell them in all the Disney groups.
Yeah.
So just to make sure people are actually Disney fans, we check them out. But if you want to bypass that process, just say that you were referred or heard Tim talking about the group on MousePIRE and you wanted to join. And if you don't live in Southern California and you want any of this new cool stuff, like the Pluto bucket or the new AT-AT posable leg bucket or tiki mugs or, I don't know, any of the Christmas holiday stuff, check out our personal shopping page, which is Disneyland Personal Shopping by the Mouse Lovers. Type it into Google, it'll come right up. But who are you again?
I'm Diggs.
Hey, Diggs.
Hey, he sells buttons, not pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
not pins.
You can follow me on Instagram at Blue1313 and check out Buttons by Diggs on Instagram. There you will see when your button order is going out. And yeah, check that out. And don't forget to go over to our MousePIRE Facebook page and check out our t-shirt special. You get the t-shirt. You will get a free card, decal, and free shipping. And the first 5 orders will get a free MousePIRE button, not pin.
Buttons, not pins. And until next time, remember, don't go away for a month and not expect a very long show. So for Robert Guillaume, Malcolm Young, and David Cassidy, I'm Anthony.
I'm Tim.
I'm Diggs.
Bye.
We're doomed.
Always. This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
The hell are you doing over there?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
When he stops.
You guys are boring.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. I don't get it. Nothing. I'm not doing anything. I swear. Goodbye.